At Purdue, there's a long line of great quarterbacks, but they don't come any better than senior Jim Everett. His two-game passing totals of 961 yards match half-season totals for some quarterbacks. His career total passing yardage is awesome, considering he's played in only 20 games. Individually, he leads the country in total offense, and he has his team tops in the country in passing offense. It should be the ground game of Michigan State against the air show of Purdue next.
Network Television presents Super Football Saturday. Today, Michigan State and Purdue. Brought to you by BMW, the ultimate driving machine. For a thorough test drive, just call your nearest BMW dealer. By Budweiser, the king of beers. Reach for that crisp, clean taste that says Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. And by AC Delco, the smart parts.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Homecoming Weekend at Ross-Ade Stadium at Purdue University. I'm Pete Van Weeren, along with Ron Kramer, welcoming you to today's game between the Boilermakers of Purdue and the Spartans of Michigan State. Ron Kramer, these are two very different football teams.
Well, it should be a rock'em sock'em football game with Jim Everett in the air for Purdue and Lorenzo White on the ground for Michigan State. If Michigan State doesn't get more points on the scoreboard than they have in the past, this could certainly be a blowout.
Let's take a look at some of the stars we'll be focusing on this afternoon, beginning with the All-American candidate quarterback Jim Everett, who the last 2 weeks has thrown for over 400 yards per game.
Oh, he's a great one. He's got size, he's got strength, and he throws for 62%. You can't ask for more than that.
He is the national leader in total offense, and the Purdue passing attack is also ranked the best in the nation. His favorite receiver, not a wide receiver, but one of his guys in the backfield, Rodney Carter, a tailback.
Just like handing the ball off, he gets it to his halfback, and Rodney Carter can certainly run with it. 52 catches, 590 yards. Look at those great moves he makes.
Purdue defensively has been giving up some points, but they do have some stars on the defensive side. Brad Horner, the nose guard, and the free safety Rod Woodson, who intercepted a pass for a touchdown a couple of weeks ago here on Turner Network Television. But this is the man they'll be trying to stop for Michigan State, Lorenzo White.
He can fly. Look at him get to the hole. Through the hole, acceleration right to the goal line, and 6 points for Michigan State against Iowa.
You talked a moment ago, Ron, about Michigan State's inability to score points this year, and there you see it. Only 12.8 points per game scored by the Spartans this year. Purdue scoring 29 points a game. Michigan State is going to have to find a way today to get some points on the board.
You can certainly say that once again.
It'll be Purdue, Michigan State. We'll be back to meet the teams right after this.
Last year, Budweiser captured the IndyCar Championship. This year, the '85 Budweiser team is on the fast track again. IndyCar action you will ever see, come watch us play. Because Budweiser plays to win.
Every day, BMW presents a comprehensive report on the state of automotive technology, not through some dry dissertation or the theoretical vacuum of a laboratory, but rather through a more appropriate vehicle. The BMW 735i, the luxury sedan that translates the intricacies of technology into that very elusive commodity called fun.
Michigan State, Purdue about set to go at it here in a beautiful homecoming afternoon. Temperature about 70 degrees, clear blue skies, plenty of sunshine, and a near sellout crowd anticipated. And here come the Spartans of Michigan State. Their head coach, George Perlis. There's their record for the year, 2-4. They are 0-3 in Big Ten play. They've beaten Arizona State, and they've beaten Western Michigan. Their losses have come to Notre Dame, Iowa, Michigan, and Illinois.
This is homecoming here, Pete, and they are honoring our nation's astronauts, headed by Neil Armstrong. And I'll tell you what, they've had some great parties here in West Lafayette.
There are 14 astronauts who are from Purdue University, and all of them are here today. They'll be honored at halftime ceremonies.
Should be a good football game. We're looking for a rock'em sock'em, as we mentioned in our pregame show. They've always been that way. I can recall back in 1953 when Michigan State had one of their great football teams, and they came up to Purdue came up to Lansing and beat them 6-0 and stopped a long winning streak for Michigan State. I don't think Michigan State's really forgiven them.
For some reason, this particular series, Purdue-Michigan State, almost always seems to be a defensive battle. Very low-scoring games in the history of these two schools meeting.
Even last year, it was 10-7, and they had Jim Everett on the team last year who could throw the ball. And of course, Michigan State really came up with a great defense last year. They're going to try to do that today, obviously.
The Purdue Boilermakers are about ready to break from the corner of Ross-Ade Stadium. Purdue with a record of 3-3. They have 1 win, 2 losses in Big Ten play. They suffered an opening game defeat by 1 point to Pittsburgh. Then they defeated Ball State. They defeated Notre Dame. They lost to Minnesota, beat Illinois, and then lost last week to Ohio State. And here come the Boilermakers. Their head coach, Leon Burnett. The coin toss has been held. Purdue has won the coin toss, and they will receive. So it'll be Purdue's ball when we get underway with our opening kickoff. And we'll be right back for that opening kickoff. This is Super Football Saturday on Turner Network Television.
Nearly 50 years ago, Research Federal Credit Union was giving their members the best financial services available. Even then, their popular personal approach played a vital role. Today, our personal commitment to service continues with easy-friendly loan programs.
Your loan is approved.
Higher interest rates on savings, convenient automatic teller machines, and profitable money market certificates. Our promise to serve our members remains strong. Put your money to work for you. Join the Research Federal Credit Union family today.
For some people, night is more than end of day, and a car is more than just a way to get around in. They own a Daytona. Turbo Z, front-wheel drive, turbocharged. Daytona. It's a smart move with a 5-year or 50,000-mile protection plan, and now with up to $460 in savings available on the nifty options you want. Daytona. That's Dodge for fun.
Dodge could have more fun. Dodge could have more fun.
They do.
As we told you, it's a beautiful day here at Ross-Ade Stadium. There's your temperature, 63 degrees. Great forecast, low humidity, just a perfect day.
Well, it's a perfect day, you know, but that's for the fans. In my estimation, and all the times that I have played this game of football, the hardest day to play on was a sunny, shiny day. As you can see, from right to left, the sun is shining in the eyes of the receivers, and it's going to be very difficult to see the ball. So you might see some fumbles, some drop kicks, and some turnovers here at West Lafayette.
Purdue will be receiving the kickoff from Michigan State. Greg Montgomery, who is the punter, also does the kicking off for the Spartans. And we are set to get underway on a beautiful afternoon here at Ross-Ade Stadium. There's the boot by Montgomery. It's going to carry all the way back into the end zone where it's grabbed by Rod Woodson. He'll not try to run that one out. Purdue will put it in play on their own 20.
Well, they did a good job. They got it into the end zone. Purdue, of course, I think will come out winging the ball. He should probably throw the ball 55 to 60 times. That's what their offense is all about. Their offense is about Jim Everett, and he can really throw it. 62% completions this year, and he has some great receivers in the backfield, and Carter and Wallace.
Last week, Everett threw 55 times, completed 35. That tied a school record for completions. Mark Jackson comes out wide right. Steve Griffin is wide left. First down, Purdue. The first play of the game is a running play. And plenty of running room for the fullback, Roy Wallace. All the way out to the 41-yard line. First down, Purdue. Phil Parker made the tackle for Michigan State. A 20-yard gain.
Well, we were right on the money. Here's a handoff to the big fullback. Right straight through the middle. Good blocking up front by the offensive line. He's out in the open, and a 21-yard gainer.
Wallace, a senior from Indianapolis. He's also one of Everett's favorite pass receivers. First down at the 41. Everett back to throw. Gets rid of it to Wallace, the fullback. Wallace across midfield to the 47-yard line before he's brought down by number 3, Kurt Larson. Another first down for Purdue.
We knew it wouldn't take long. We knew he'd get that aerial attack going pretty quickly. Wallace open out in the flat. 11 yards.
There's a look at the Michigan State defense. Shane Buller, the middle linebacker. Tim Moore and Kurt Larson alternated one of the outside linebacker spots. Phil Bobbitt, the strong safety, is out with an ankle injury. So Dean Altobelli starting at the strong safety spot. First down, Purdue. Everett pitching to Wallace. Wallace gets inside the 40-yard line. Number 83, Mark Nichols, making the stop.
Moving the ball very quickly here in the first period. Purdue with its running, the fullback Ray Wallace, and the passing of Jim Everett.
Wallace, the leading rusher for Purdue. He's averaging almost 5 yards per carry. But Purdue doesn't run the ball much. They throw the ball about 80% of the time. It's second down, 3. And the Michigan State 40. Mark Jackson in motion. The give is to the fullback. And he'll gain only about a yard. It'll be 3rd and 2. Joe Curran, number 94, making the stop for the Spartans.
No room in there. The Michigan State Spartans really filled the hole very quickly for a no gainer. Now what is Purdue going to do? 3rd down and 3. Do they have to go to the air? Because that's their bread and butter play.
John Hayes and Mark Jackson alternating at the flanker spot. They bring the plays in from the sideline. 3rd down. 2 yards to go for the first down at the Michigan State 40. That is Hayes in motion. Everett back to throw. Wallace is open. He's got the pass at the 36-yard line. First down, Purdue. Todd Crum, number 35, forced him out of bounds.
Just like a pitcher and a catcher, it was thrown perfectly by Jim Everett to Ray Wallace out in the flat. Watch Wallace move out of that backfield on your right side of your screen, and he just moves out into the flat, and Jim Everett looks him over, and he says, uh-oh, he's open. I'm going to pop him for that first down. And it is a first down for Purdue on the 35-yard line.
Wide to the right is Mark Jackson. Wide to the left is Steve Griffin. Everett with some play action, firing downfield, intended for Mark Jackson, incomplete. The first incompletion of the day. Dean Altobelli, number 13, back in the coverage for the Spartans.
That was the play they were practicing yesterday. You remember it just before we talked to Jim Everett when he came off the field. He was practicing that rollout and throwing it out to his flanker. That time it went awry, a little bit too high, but he'll come back with another one of those rollouts very quickly.
Second down, 10 at the Michigan State 35. Marty Scott, the tight end, comes out wide right. John Hayes in motion out of the shotgun. Everett back to throw. And the pass is complete to number 24, Rodney Carter. And Carter gets it down to the 25-yard line. Penalty markers are down.
It looks like it's going to be against Purdue. It looks like they have a little bit of motion against them, and I'm sure it's going to be a 5-yard penalty against Purdue. Good movement, though, by Jim Everett back in the backfield. Watch him get away from a couple of these defenders and get rid of the ball down there, and picks up good yardage. And, of course, it's going to come back. It won't count at all. It'll be a second down and 15 rather than a 3rd down and 2.
So the penalty goes against the Boilermakers. It moves the ball back to the 40-yard line. Second down, 15. Mark Jackson brings the play in from the sideline. Just underway at West Lafayette, Indiana. No score. Purdue on their first possession. On 2nd and long, Everett dropping straight back. Can't find an open man. He's going to run the ball. He'll get to the 35. He'll get to the 29-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. About 4 yards shy of the first down. Ron Rowe, number 18, forcing Everett out after a 12-yard gain.
They had him caught back there, but the But the big quarterback, Jim Everett, just kept moving and moving, and good blocking up front. Look at those linemen blocking out those defenders. They can't get in. All of a sudden, Everett gets to the outside, doesn't see anybody open, and he says, okay, fine, I'm going to take it for 12 yards, and he's got a 3rd down and 3 yards to go on the 29-yard line.
Mark Jackson wide left. Steve Griffin wide right. Now the tight end Marty Scott also goes out wide left, and Jim Everett's going to call a timeout. So the clock will stop here as Jim Everett calls the timeout and heads for the sideline. Ron, we were talking about this yesterday, about this ball club. And we'll talk more about it right after this because we have to take a little break here. This is Super Football Saturday on Turner Network Television.
At UPS, it was never our intention to become a tourist attraction. But every year, scores of efficiency-minded Japanese businessmen show up and ask to tour our facilities. You see, UPS is so efficient, we can deliver next-day air usually for half what other companies charge. Which is why so many Japanese find UPS the most rewarding package tour anywhere. UPS, we run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
Shell SU-2000 is a patented high-octane performance gasoline. It's designed for smooth, quiet power, and it fights critical engine deposits that can cause knock. Turn your car into an SU-2000 performer. Get Shell SU-2000 Super Unleaded Gasoline.
Leon Burtnett, the head coach of Purdue, looking on from the sideline as his team gets ready for a 3rd down and 3, just inside the Michigan State 29-yard line. Pete Van Weer and Ron Kramer with you from Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. That is Mark Jackson in motion. Everett back to throw. Firing for Wallace. He's got him at the 25-yard line, and Wallace has the 1st down inside the 20.
Oh, and look at where Jimmy Everett ended up. On his back. He just flipped that ball out there with that great arm of his, and it was a great catch by Ray Wallace out in the flat, and it's another 1st down.
Let me ask you, Ron, about the defense of Michigan State.
Here we come.
Against a team like Purdue, do you cover man for man? Do you cover zone? How do you cover?
You better cover them both ways because you have to camouflage whatever kind of defense you have, because if you play one or the other, Jimmy Everett's going to pick it apart.
It's a 1st down at the Michigan State 19. Everett back to throw again. And he fires toward the 10-yard line. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was John Hayes, number 80. Number 18, Ron Rowe, back in the coverage for Michigan State. Everett now 3 out of 5 for 24 yards.
Johnny Hayes on a down and out, about 10 yards, had the ball in his hands. Fairly well thrown ball, but it was just a little bit out of John Hayes' reach.
Despite all those passing yards, you will very seldom see Jim Everett throw the ball long. Most of his passes are the 8 to 10-yard variety. That is Mark Jackson in motion. Out of the shotgun, Everett has plenty of time. The pass is complete at the 12-yard line to the fullback, Ray Wallace.
Boy, Ray Wallace is running some good pass patterns today. He's coming out of the backfield, over the middle, out to the sideline, and Jimmy Everett has a plan of attack, and that is to get it to his fullback, Ray Wallace. Ray, of course, was open over the middle that time for a 7-yard gain.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3 yards to go for the 1st down. They're at the 13-yard line of Michigan State.
They run an awful lot of patterns, crossing patterns, and they're doing an awful lot of picking out there, so it's going to be very difficult for the Michigan State defense.
3rd down, 3. Everett back to throw again. He's got some time, firing toward Griffin in the end zone, but it'll be incomplete. Ran out of territory there.
The blitz was on. Everybody was coming. Everett picked it up.
Steve Griffin is hurt. He hit that gate just beyond the end zone. And he is shaken up down there in the corner. He'll be tended to. The clock stops with 10:59 remaining in the 1st quarter. He's all right.
He almost had him in the corner. Griffin. Now watch the whole team come. This is a blitz on Everett. Everybody's picked up. He saw that he was going to get hit, and he just flipped it out here. to Steve Griffin. Griffin just a bit out of bounds. Could be called. It really could have been called interference. And there he goes into the fence. Boom.
So it's a fourth down.
That's a good way to open up the gates for somebody.
Jonathan Briggs, number 20, the place kicker for Purdue. On to attempt a field goal from the 20-yard line. This will be a 30-yard attempt. There's the boot by Briggs. It is good. So the Boilermakers of Purdue are on the scoreboard with 10:55 remaining in the first quarter after a 30-yard field goal by Jonathan Briggs.
BMW 735i is one of those rare luxury sedans engineered by driving enthusiasts. While other luxury sedans announce to the world you've arrived, the new BMW 735i offers you the considerable advantage of arriving a bit sooner. For a test drive, contact your local BMW dealer.
In my line of work, your insurance isn't on a piece of paper. It's up here, and it's in your equipment. With all the technology that's built into today's cars, I just don't trust mine to anything but AC filters. An AC oil filter can help protect your gasoline engine for up to 15,000 miles. An AC air filter, up to 30,000 miles. Never wait for trouble. Protect your car with AC filters.
Now get rebates on AC filters. Call 1-800-AC-DELCO for a participating dealer.
Pete Van Weer and Ron Kramer back with you from Purdue. It is 3-0. 12 plays, 67 yards. The 30-yard field goal by Jonathan Briggs putting Purdue on the scoreboard.
And you weren't looking at a fake sky. That is a balloon almost coming right into our press box.
Ready now for the kickoff. Jonathan Briggs will boot it for Purdue. Andre Rison, number 1. Number 11 is Mark Ingram for Michigan State. And there's the boot by Briggs, heading toward Ingram's side of the field. He's got it at the 8-yard line. Up across the 20 to about the 23-yard line. And that's where Michigan State will put the ball in play. A 16-yard return for Mark Ingram.
It's homecoming. Well, that's what goes on in the Big Ten when you're at football games. Ingram made a good catch of the ball and got it upfield. Here are your Michigan State backfield and receivers. You obviously look at the man who's playing quarterback, number 14, Dave Urema.
Back in there for the first time since the opening game of the season when he suffered that broken thumb against Arizona State. And Urema back to throw on first down. He's got a man wide open. Mark Ingram at the 38-yard line. Chris Dishman, number 19, back in the coverage for Purdue.
Well, George Perla said, okay, Leon Burtnett, you have your Jim Everett. We're going to have our Dave Urema back. And he came right out, hit Ingram for 14 yards on a sideline pattern, and it's going to be first down, Michigan State on the 37.
There's a look at the defense of the Purdue Boilermakers. They've been giving up some points this year, scoring about the same number Purdue has as they've given up. They're scoring 29 points a game. They're giving up 29 points a game. Here's Lorenzo White, the sophomore tailback, out across the 40 to the 43-yard line before Rod Woodson, number 26, made the stop for the Boilermakers.
He's one of those kind of backs that he doesn't look like he's going to make any yards, and all of a sudden you look up and he's got 5.
He has a chance to hit the 1,000-yard level today. He's got 833 yards coming into the game, and it's not at all inconceivable that he could run for 167 yards in a ball game. He's had 5 100-yard games already this year. Second down, about 4 yards to go for the first down. At the Michigan State 43. Lorenzo White again, out across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
It'll be very close. It depends on where the referees mark it. But as I see the sideline judge, he's probably going to mark it a half a yard short of a first down.
Looks like it'll be shy by a couple of feet. It'll be third down, less than a yard to go for the first down. Tony Visco, number 49, made the stop on Lorenzo White. Kevin Roy checks in, replacing Mike Weaver. Defense defensively for Purdue as Michigan State in a running situation. 3rd and short. Lorenzo White has got the first down. He got just enough yardage for the first down before he was brought down.
Stop by Woodson.
Ron Woodson, number 26, making the stop.
And a good tackle by Woodson on the sideline. He was the last one left. If you'll watch the run by Lorenzo White, Woodson gets a hold of him around the shoulders, and if Woodson doesn't get him there, he could be flying down the sideline.
And you saw a good block thrown there by Bobby Morse, the fullback, number 21. First down at the 47-yard line. Urema rolling left. Firing toward his tight end, Vino Belk. It's incomplete. Back on the coverage for Purdue, number 49, Tony Visco.
Vino Belk had a chance to catch that one. Pretty well thrown football. Usually tight ends come up with those.
It'll be 2nd down, 10.
Somebody from Michigan State. Hi, Mom. Mother's
Purdue
from
leading it 3-0.
Mother's from Venus. Green hair.
2nd down, 10. At the Michigan State 47. The pitch is to Lorenzo White. Running room left side. Out toward midfield. Across midfield into Purdue territory. Down to the 47-yard line. Before the stop is made by number 59, Matt Morgan.
He's one of those strugglers. He just keeps those legs moving and gets up and down the field. And again, he picked up 6 yards. Didn't look like he was going to make anything. Good blocking up front for him by those big guys, the tight ends and the guards and the tackles for Michigan State.
White now has 4 carries for 16 yards. It's a 3rd down and 4 yards to go for the first down. Urema looking downfield. Andre Rison dropped the ball. Incomplete. He may have heard a few footsteps there, Ron.
I'll tell you one thing. We said it was going to be a rockin' sock'em football game, and I'll guarantee you one thing. Rod Woodson really whacked him that time when Andre just caught the ball. He knocked it out of his hands, and that's the way you're supposed to play defense. Here's a replay. Watch Woodson. He comes over, number 26. He comes over, and a crossing pattern by Andre Rison in the middle. There's the ball on target, but Woodson just dislodges the man from the ball very quickly, and that's a 4th down play.
Greg Montgomery in to do the punting for Michigan State. He's averaging 44 yards per kick this year. He's a transfer student from Penn State. And he gets a good high kick away. It'll carry into the end zone, so Purdue is going to bring it back out to the 20-yard line after a 47-yard punt by Greg Montgomery. Purdue with a 3-0 lead. We'll be right back. This is Super Football Saturday on Turner Network Television. We're in. Ron Kramer back with you from Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. Purdue with a 3-0 lead. They have the ball first down on the 20-yard line. Wallace will get nowhere. Looking for running room right side. Saw nothing but white and green as he got around the corner. Tackles made by Shane Bulla and Anthony Bell.
They're just really not a good running team, are they? But boy, when they get that passing game going, look out.
Wallace actually lost about a half yard there, so it'll be 2nd down and a long 10. Jim Everett, 6'5" senior from Albuquerque, New Mexico, has put some phenomenal numbers on the board in his last 2 seasons. He's back to throw on 2nd and 10. He's got protection. He's also got his receiver, the tight end, Marty Scott, out to the 25-yard line before Tim Moore, number 42, made the stop for the Spartans.
Again, we get that crossing pattern. Marty Scott came over from the right side. Everett saw him open. But the reason he can see these guys get open against that zone or the man-to-man or wherever they may be is that good blocking up front by that Boilermaker offensive line.
A 5-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Everett now 5 out of 8 for 35 yards. Everett back to throw on 3rd down. Firing to his fullback, Wallace. First down, Purdue. Out to the 36-yard line before Wallace is snowed under. Number 41, Shane Bulla, along with number 32, Phil Parker, in on the stop for Michigan State.
Why should they try to run the ball when they can sneak the fullback out of the backfield? See him sneak through the line right there, and Everett sees him, and Wallace is right there for the first down.
And again, Ron, we've got to talk about the fact that all of the passing yardage that Jim Everett gets, most of them come on those little 7, 8, 9, 10-yard passes.
let the man do the job after he catches it.
You don't see him very often go to those long bombs downfield. It's a very controlled passing game. Out of the shotgun, Everett on first down. Fires, and he's got Rodney Carter at the 40-yard line, out to the 41, a gain of about 6. It'll be second down and 4. Anthony Bell, number 51, making the stop for Michigan State.
It's what we call the ball control passing game. That time, it was to Rodney Carter out of the backfield again. Just flipped it over the line of scrimmage after those big guys come rushing in. He flipped it to his tailback, and it's good for 6 yards.
Second down 4 at the Purdue 41. Mark Jackson is wide right. Steve Griffin is wide left. The running backs are Wallace and Carter. Everett rolling right, firing, and he has his man at the 49-yard line. Mark Jackson out of bounds there after a gain of about 3.
That's that rollout play that what we were watching yesterday. We mentioned it earlier. Watch him roll out to the right. There's Jackson. All he does, run a little bit of a turnout pattern. He's wide open, and Jimmy Everett gets it there so quickly that nobody can even defend against it. It's a first down for Purdue, 49-yard line.
First and 10 for the Boilermakers. They lead it 3-0 with 5:43 to go in the first quarter. Everett has now completed 8 of 11 for 59 yards.
Shotgun.
The give is to Wallace, and Wallace gets it across the 50 to the 49-yard line of Michigan State before Mark Nichols brought him down.
Stopped by Mark Nichols.
There's Shane Bulla on the defense now, that middle linebacker. He moves over to the right, sees the play coming to the left on the draw play, and he's right in there making a great tackle. He's their #1 tackler on the Michigan State defense.
And Shane Bulla, also the son of the head coach of the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. Henry Bulla played with me in Green Bay.
Second down, 8 yards to go. That is Mark Jackson in motion. Everett back to throw on second and 8. He's got plenty of time, but he can't find an open receiver. He'll run the ball inside the 45-yard line of the 43, shy of the first down by a couple of yards. It'll be a 3rd and 2. It'll be made by Kurt Larson.
It'll be very close to a first down, but it's going to be 3rd and 1 or 2. And you know, you sort of wonder what goes through the coach's mind here. You got 3rd and 1.5 yards to go. Are you going to run it, or are you going to throw it when you've been successful throwing the ball?
There are 2 tight ends in there now for Purdue, along with Marty Scott. Brad Schumacher, number 85, is checked in.
Then they'll probably run it.
Everett gives the ball to number 34, James Medlock, a sophomore out of Waycross, Georgia, and he's got the first down inside the 40-yard line. Ron Rowe and Tim Moore making the stop for the Spartans.
The off-tackle play. Tight ends made a good block. Marty Scott really did a good job in there, and so did tackle Mike Connors, and he just carried the ball for that first down was James Medlock.
So Purdue trying to add to their 3-0 lead. There's your time remaining. 4 minutes, 7 seconds now in the first quarter. Everett straight back to throw. He's got plenty of time, but he missed his man, Steve Griffin.
Those crossing patterns again, they're coming across. You saw number 84, Marty Scott, coming from left to right, and then you watch Steve Griffin come from right to left. They're crossing all over the place. And watch them how they're crossing back and forth. There goes number 84 right across your screen. And Everett sees Steve Griffin break open, but he just couldn't hit him that time.
Second down and 10. You've heard us talk about quarterbacks having great days when they throw for 200 yards. Last week against Ohio State, in the last 8 minutes of the game, Jim Everett threw for 220 yards in 8 minutes.
Unfortunately, had a couple of key interceptions.
Back to throw on second down 10. The pass is incomplete off the fingertips of John Hayes, number 80.
That was catchable. Hayes on an out pattern on the left side. It was thrown just perfect by Jim Everett. Look at this ball right there. Those are supposed to be catched. Caught. Catched. Caught.
Either one.
Either one.
Held on to. It's a 3rd and 10 at the Michigan State 39. Griffin comes wide to the right side this time. Mark Jackson is wide left from the shotgun. 5 defensive backs in there for Michigan State. And Everett incomplete. The intended receiver, Mark Jackson, who may have run an incorrect pattern there.
Everett had to get rid of the ball. He was rushed very quickly in there. And he just had to get rid of the ball.
So Purdue is stopped at the Michigan State 39. It'll be a 4th down. And Ernie Schrummeyer is checked in now to do the punting. Back deep for Michigan State, number 21, Bobby Morse. Schrummeyer from Canada.
Hasn't had a great year, but he's right in his range now.
This one is going to take a bounce into the end zone. It hit on the 5-yard line, but then skipped right into the end zone. So the 39-yard punt will wind up being a net only 19-yard punt as they'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. And that's where Michigan State will put it in play for the 2nd time today, trailing 3-0. Michigan State has the ball for the 2nd time today. They trail 3-0. They're at their own 20-yard line. Dave Urema back in action this week at quarterback. He is throwing complete to Morse, and Morse has it out across the 30-yard line. A 1st down for the Spartans. Chris Dishman, number 19, made the tackle.
Didn't quite get to the 30-yard line, partner. So that really does not give him a 1st down, but puts him in good position. I'm very, very surprised at the way Dave Urema, who throwing the ball with that great tight spiral. You know, he broke his thumb in the 1st game against Arizona State. So he's really, for the 1st time, coming out here and burning the ball and throwing the ball very well for Michigan State.
He was shy of the 1st down by about a foot. So it'll be 2nd down, less than a yard to go for the 1st down. A great passing situation here. 2nd and short. But they give instead to Lorenzo White. He's got the 1st down across the 30 to the 32-yard line. White is only a sophomore from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
And is he going to be a great one? He just got every move there. He's not a big guy either. He's only about 5'10", about 180 pounds.
Our very first game this year featured Michigan State and Arizona State. And Lorenzo White picked up 174 yards in that game.
One great 43-yard touchdown very quickly in the game to get Michigan State ahead.
1st down at the Michigan State 32. The pitch is to Lorenzo White, and he's going to be getting away from a man at the 25, but he'll be brought down back at the 26-yard line. Rod Woodson, number 26, got through as White was unable to turn the corner that time.
But the play was made by Kennedy Wilson. He came up. He got penetration into the backfield. Watch Kennedy Wilson come up here and make the play on Lorenzo White. He doesn't make the tackle, but he forces the play so that Woodson can come up and make it. A 5-yard loss for Michigan State puts them into a position now where they're going to have to throw.
2nd down, 15 yards to go for the 1st down. 2.5 minutes remaining 1st quarter. Purdue with a 3-0 lead. Urema on 2nd and long. On the draw play, Lorenzo White across the 30 out to the 34-yard line. The tackle made by number 59, Matt Morgan.
Well, that play was made right in front of us here, and you can hear that cracking and hitting. I'll tell you something, they're really hitting on each other hard today. Rock'em Sock'em football, Big Ten football, Purdue and Michigan State.
A 7-yard gain for Lorenzo White that time. Got it out to the 34. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Mark Ingram goes wide right. Andre Rison, the freshman from Flint, Michigan, is wide left. 3rd down 8. Urema back to throw. Intercepted by Woodson. Lost the ball. And Michigan State got it back. A 1st down. Just like it was diagrammed.
Bobby Morse came up with the ball. It was intercepted. It was dropped in the air, and Bobby Morse caught it, and it's a 1st down Michigan State. I mean, if George Perlis could ever draw this play on the board, you would not believe it. Here's the interception.
Picked off by Woodson.
And now Woodson, watch Woodson drop the ball. There's Morse. Morse catching the ball and on the ground for a 1st down.
They've been working on that play all week. Here's Lorenzo White out across the 45 near midfield.
And could be a big break for Michigan State and really turn that momentum in their favor.
Fred Strickland made the tackle for Purdue. Another 5-yard gain by Lorenzo White.
Watch the good blocking up front. No penetration by those people from Purdue. And he gets a 5-yard gain again. There he is, Lorenzo White, another 5-yard gain.
2nd down 5 at the Michigan State 49. Purdue with a 3-0 lead. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Urema back to throw on second down. Firing long downfield for Ingram. It's incomplete. Chris Dishman, number 19, back in the coverage, along with Mike Weaver, number 9, for Purdue.
Well thrown by Urema. Ingram was open down there, just overthrew him by a bit, but nobody else could get to it either. And that's what you're supposed to do as a quarterback if you're going to throw that long pass. Overthrow it, don't underthrow it.
So now it's a 3rd down and 5 at the Michigan State 49.
There's that throw by Dave Urema right down the middle. Had him open.
Ingram comes wide left, Rison wide right. Butch roll the tight end in motion. The pitch is to Lorenzo White. He'll be shy of the first down. About 2 yards shy of the first down. He was stopped at the 48-yard line. A gain of about 2, so Michigan State will have to kick the ball. Brian Horner, number 92, making the stop for Purdue.
I thought maybe that break where Morse got the first down on that great call by George Perlis, that it would give them the momentum and they'd start moving the ball, but the Purdue defense doing a great job. And we said this at the beginning of the game. For some reason or another, they score a lot of points. Everybody scores a lot of points against their defenses, but when they play against each other, they're tough on defense.
Greg Montgomery in to do the kicking for Michigan State. Steve Griffin and Ron Woodson are the deep men for Purdue. And this one will bounce into the end zone. So they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. A 48-yard kick that time. But it'll be a net of 28 yards as the ball comes back out to the 20.
But Montgomery doing a great job. There's no return. And that one there was very close to stopping on about the 1-yard line. Homecoming. Here it is. In West Lafayette, Indiana. Party time.
Elsewhere, Illinois leading Michigan 3-0 in the first quarter.
That's Indiana, I think.
Or Indiana, I'm sorry. First down at the 20-yard line. Everett firing to his tight end, Marty Scott. Has him for a gain of about 4. Tim Moore makes the stop for Michigan State.
He was down by 4.
And the first quarter comes to an end. Purdue with a 3-0 lead. The only scoring in the first quarter, a 30-yard field goal by Jonathan Briggs. We'll be right back. This is Super Football Saturday on Turner Network Television. Second quarter about to begin. It's 3-0 Purdue here at Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. Second down, 7 for the Boilermakers. Everett back to throw on second down. He's got plenty of time back there, and he's got a receiver wide open, Ray Wallace, the fullback. Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Kurt Larson, number 3, back in the coverage for Michigan State.
Well, Everett just stands back there, and he can take his time, and that's what's happening for Jim Everett now with all those patterns going on, and a lot of people running out of the backfield and from the flankers and from the tight end. But you got to credit that offensive line. They're doing a great job up front.
It's a first down for Purdue at the 34. Everett back to throw on first down. The pass caught by tight end Marty Scott. Out toward midfield. 48-yard line. He's brought down by Shane Bulla, number 41.
Well, Shane Bulla had him all the way. He was trying to cover him man-to-man over the middle. Watch Shane Bulla here. He's trying to cover him. Watch Scott make a move inside, then make the move outside. Everett finds him, and it's down for a first down and 13-yard gain. That's a good move by a tight end.
At the 47-yard line, Everett now 11 of 17 for 86 yards. And we're only in the opening minute of quarter number 2. First down for the Boilermakers at their own 47. Again, Everett with plenty of time back there. The pass is caught by Rodney Carter at midfield. Carter gets to the 47-yard line. A 5-yard gain. Tim Moore and Shane Bulla made the stop for Michigan State.
Jimmy Everett can just eat you up alive if he's got time back there, isn't he? Boy, they got some great quarterbacks in the Big Ten this year, including Jim Everett. Every week we seem to see one who plays just a phenomenal game. I don't think anybody's any better than Jim Everett, though.
Second down, 4 for the Boilermakers. They're at the 47-yard line of Michigan State.
Shotgun.
leading it 3-0. Everett has time again. He can't find a receiver, though, and he'll fall down at the 41-yard line. He's got the first down. Shane Bulla, Anthony Bell.
He's getting ready for his professional career with that hook slide. You know, sometimes these guys get open, but the quarterback can't see him. With these big guys coming in, Griffin's open out on the sideline. Throw me the ball, but you know, Jim Everett saw the first down. He took the hook slide, and there he is, first down, and it keeps that drive going. 1st and 10 on the 41.
13.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Purdue with a 3-0 lead. Everett pitching to Wallace. Wallace lost the football. Michigan State recovers at the 24-yard line. Dean Altobelli, number 13, fell on the ball. There is a penalty marker, however, back at the 38-yard line. Let's see what that's all about.
I think Michigan State will take the ball. I'm pretty sure that it's holding against Purdue.
That will be the case. So the turnover gives the ball back to the Michigan State Spartans.
That's clipping on the offense. The penalty is refused. First down. Clipping or holding, it's the same amount of yards. And Michigan State's going to take over. It looked like Wallace just kicked the ball or kneed it out of his hands. Watch him here. He's carrying the ball down low. The knee comes up right here. Look at his own knee comes up on. No, it ain't. No, there it is. Good tackle.
So it's a first down for Michigan State after the fumble recovery. Urema gives the ball to Lorenzo White. White gets about 3 yards before he's stopped by number 49, Tony Visco.
I want to give Dave Wolf some credit on that last tackle because he's the one who dislodged the ball from Ray Wallace.
A 3-yard gain for White. 2nd down 7 at the 28-yard line of Michigan State. Ingram wide left, Risen wide right. On 2nd down and 7, Lorenzo White got about 4 more yards. He'll be shy of the first down by a couple of yards. It'll be about a 3rd down and 2 now. Matt Morgan, number 59, made the stop for Purdue.
For being somewhat of a miniature individual, he certainly comes pounding at you on every play, doesn't he?
He's a little bigger than he looks. He's only 5'11", but he weighs 205 pounds, and he has great speed.
Like a bowling ball coming at you.
3rd down, 2 yards to go for the first down. The ball at the 33-yard line of Michigan State. 2 tight ends in there. Sargent in motion. The give is to Lorenzo White. White gets it out to the 35-yard line. He's got the first down. Tony Visco again making the stop for Purdue.
Just a straight ahead play off tackle. Lorenzo White finding a little room on the outside and picking up the first down. That's what they want to do. Ball control.
Once again, Purdue and Michigan State so far in defensive struggle. 3-0 Purdue.
Isn't it unbelievable that when this Purdue team can score 30 points against everybody else, they get up against Michigan State, they can't score more than 10?
First down for the Spartans. Urema in trouble. Down he goes back at the 29-yard line. Breaking through to bring him down. Don Baldwin, 6'4" senior from St. Charles, Missouri.
Well, John Wojciechowski just did not get out there to make that block. Number 73, watch out here. There he is right there, and it's a good sack on Urema.
So the loss of 6 yards makes it 2nd down and 16 at the Michigan State 29. Don Baldwin just made that sack. Looked like he hurt his arm. He's come off the field. Urema back to throw. The pass is caught out at the 44-yard line. It'll be a little bit shy of the first down. Rod Woodson bringing down the receiver. Mark Ingram.
Well, Mark went down the field 17 yards, a little turn in against the zone defense. Woodson came up, made a good play, but it was so well thrown by Dave Urema that it was very close to a first down. It'll be 3rd and about 1. You know who's going to get it now, don't you?
Look for Lorenzo White. Butch Roll and Vino Belk, two tight ends in there now in this running situation. There's Lorenzo White. He's got the first down and then some. His forward progress will be marked at about the 48-yard line. Tony Visco, number 49, making the stop for Purdue. It's a first down, Michigan State.
Lorenzo just hitting into the line again, picking up those first downs, one right after another. Every time they get him to a 3rd and 1, there's no stopping this kid.
So the Spartans have a first down. 10 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the first half. Purdue with a 3-0 lead. Michigan State's ball on their own 49. Urema pitches to White. White has about 4 more yards. He gets to the 47-yard line of Purdue.
Lorenzo White has those great slip moves. He starts to the right and he stops and he'll move a little bit to the left and he'll look in there and he'll make those yards even though he doesn't look like he's going to make any. Indiana leading Michigan in the first period 3-0 in Ann Arbor. Oklahoma State tied with Kansas in the first period 7-7.
Here it's 3-0 Purdue, and we've got whistles and flags and everything stops. Looks like it's going to be against Michigan State.
Vino Belk looked like he was offside. We aren't supposed to say that, though, or we're supposed to say Michigan State's offside. But we spotted Vino doing it that time.
So this will cost Michigan State 5 yards. Moves the ball back into Michigan State territory at the 48.
We have illegal procedure on the offense. It's a costly mistake, too, because a 2nd down and 5 yards to go puts you in pretty good position to keep the drive going. Now they have to change their attack.
It is 2nd down, a little more than 10 yards to go now for the first down. Urema back to throw on 2nd and long. His pass is caught by Bobby Morse. Morse gets to the 43-yard line. He'll be about 3 or 2 yards shy of the first down. Kennedy Wilson making the stop.
It'll be pretty close to that first down, partner. About 1.5 yards, and Morse out there catching the ball. They're running that fake draw to Lorenzo White, and then Dave Urema's coming out to his right, coming out to his left, and popping it to his fullback or his halfback, and that one there was to Morse, and almost got the first down.
3rd down, 2 yards to go. That's Mike Sargent in motion. The give is to Lorenzo White. And White is close to the first down at the 41-yard line. Rod Woodson made the stop. Looked like his forward progress got him enough for the first down.
Boy, you can hear that cracking going on yet up there. These two teams really hit on each other.
It is a first down for Michigan State. 8.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Purdue hanging on to that 3-0 lead. Michigan State trying to do something about that right now. First down at the 40. Lorenzo White has some room on the left side. He's got about 6 more yards before he's brought down by Rod Woodson. And a great block thrown that time by Bobby Morse, the fullback.
It sure was. But, you know, when you watch this Lorenzo White run out there, when he gets to the hole, he accelerates so fast that you don't even notice that he's gained 7 yards. There he is, a 7-yard gain. And Michigan State now in pretty good position, field position, to get in for some points.
Michigan State on this drive has run 11 plays, and they've used up quite a bit of time on the clock. Lorenzo White again. Not much running room this time. He got maybe a yard or two before Derek Wimberly, number 89, brought him down.
And in order to stop Lorenzo White, you have to make penetration. And Purdue is not doing that right now. They're not getting allowed across the line of scrimmage. You've got to stop him before he gets started.
White now with 16 carries for 53 yards. It is 3rd down and 2. Urema back to throw on 3rd down. The pass is caught by Vino Belk. Belk at the 30-yard line. He's got the first down, I think. Tony Visco and Chris Dishman made the stop for Purdue.
Another good throw by Dave Urema. Found Vino Belk in the open on the outside there. Here he slants out. It's a rollout to the right. He sees him very quickly. All he wants to do is get the first down. Vino Belk has to remember, he's a big guy. What he does is just turn up the field. Forget about that dancing and hopping around. Get that first down. That's what tight ends are supposed to do.
The ball is just inside the 30-yard line. First down, Michigan State. Urema pitching to Lorenzo White. Morse, a great block. White is free across the 25, down to the 23-yard line. Another 7-yard gain for Lorenzo White before Chris Dishman made the stop for Purdue.
Tony Visco came up, made a great play, and Lorenzo White, all he did was leap over the top like he was a hurdler, got over that first position and turned it on and picked up the 7 yards.
So it's a 2nd down and 3. A little over 6 minutes remaining in the first half.
I don't know how he made any yards on that last play.
Another 7-yard gain for Lorenzo White. Close to the first down. He'll be shy by about a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Tony Visco making the stop for Purdue.
If this Michigan State offensive team keeps coming at Purdue the way they are right now all day long, sooner or later this Purdue defense is going to break, and Lorenzo White's going to break one off for a big gainer.
So it's another 3rd down and short situation.
Guess who?
You can almost call the play before it happens. 3rd down and 2. This time he does not give it to Lorenzo White. He is firing. It is complete to Mark Ingram. A first down for Michigan State at the 13-yard line.
Again, that good call by the sideline. Came in, Dave Urema rolling out to his right, faking to Lorenzo White up the middle there and hitting the outside man for the first down, and Michigan State's on the 12-yard line.
Urema has now completed 6 out of 10 passes.
Mark Ingram went down about 10 yards and just came back for the ball, and looks like they're going to move the ball into scoring position. They should get 3 out of it.
1st and 10 at the Purdue 13. Urema pitching to Lorenzo White. He's got a little bit of a hole. Gets inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 8 before Tony Visco made the stop. Another 5-yard gain.
Isn't he amazing?
On this drive alone, Lorenzo White has carried the ball 11 times.
And without any losses, he's picked up the ball. I mean, he's got it down to a position, and he's done a great job.
They mark the ball just inside the 10, so it'll be 2nd down 7. White again to the 5-yard line, to the 4-yard line. Close to a first down. Tony Visco again making the stop for Purdue. Good blocking that time up front. Jeff Stump, the offensive left guard, cleared a hole for Lorenzo White.
They're moving into great position now. They can get down to the 2.5, 3-yard line without scoring a touchdown. And if they can do that, certainly you give the ball to Lorenzo White 2 or 3 times, he's going to get in the end zone for you.
3rd down, 1 yard to go for the first down. Only 4 yards to go for the touchdown. Urema gives to Lorenzo White. White has the first down. He didn't get to the end zone, but it's going to be a 1st and goal from about the 1-yard line.
Well, it's the Lorenzo White story on this drive. Michigan State holding on to the ball almost this whole period. And, of course, Purdue leading right at this point, 3-0. Michigan State knocking at their door on the 1/2-yard line.
Michigan State has consumed about 7 minutes of the clock on this drive. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. 1st and goal from just inside the 1. 19 plays on this drive so far for Michigan State. Sargent in motion. Bobby Morse, the fullback, is in for the touchdown. We have a penalty marker down.
This could be a big penalty, depending on which way it goes. I think it's going to be against Purdue, though.
So we'll wait till the officials give the indication. It is against Purdue, so the touchdown for Bobby Morse puts Michigan State on top.
Here's just good, hard football. Good blocking up front. And Morse into the end zone over the top, and 6 points on the board for Michigan State. They'll have to try for the extra point. Another angle. Morse up and over. Good blocking by that offensive line.
Chris Caudell on to attempt the extra point. There's the boot by Caudell. It is good. And with 3 minutes, 19 seconds remaining in the first half, the Spartans of Michigan State have taken the lead 7-3. Spartans have taken a 7-3 lead over Purdue with 3:19 remaining in quarter number 2. We'll be right back. This is Super Football Saturday on Turner Network Television.
Accidents come in all shapes and sizes and can mean a great deal of pain and suffering. Each year, millions of dollars are lost to people who don't know their rights regarding auto accidents, dog bites, job injuries, defective products, or medical malpractice. Attorney Alan Mosier has the experience and the expertise to protect your rights, to recover what is due you. Call 968-2444 for a free consultation. And remember, there's never a fee until your case is won. Alan Mosier, attorney at law. He's here to help you.
It's painful to see a family friend go, one that has gone before its time. Pity you didn't do something while there still was time, like protect it with a Z-Bart Lifetime Protection Package. Z-Bart has lifetime limited warranties on paint protection, fabric protection, sound deadener, and rust protection. After all, what the car maker giveth, sun, salt, and spills, can surely taketh away.
Save $100. Call your local Z-Bart dealer today for details.
The kickoff will come from the 45-yard line. 9 minutes, 54 seconds consumed in that scoring drive by Michigan State.
19 plays and 75 yards, and Lorenzo White left, Lorenzo White right, and he got into the end zone for 6 points. That was Bobby Morse, number 21, who went into the end zone.
Greg Montgomery will kick it off. High and deep toward the corner. Wallace has it at the 1-yard line. Much of a return there out to the 7-yard line. Good coverage on the kick by Michigan State. Only a 5-yard return. Keith Fisher, number 43, made the tackle.
We all love you. This Michigan State team is really fired up. Did you see them get down that field? They were down there so quickly that they made a great play on the 7-yard line. Now Purdue, who does not have the momentum, and of course Coach Leon Burknett said that he was beat up after last week's game against Ohio State. Well, they got another tough one right here today.
First down at their own 7-yard line. Purdue trailing by 4. Everett back to throw on first down. He has time. He has Wallace at the 13-yard line. A 5-yard gain. Shane Bulla and Anthony Bell making the stop. Here's a score to think about in the first quarter. Indiana 9, Michigan 7.
We'll see what's going to happen.
The Hoosiers giving the Wolverines all they can handle early.
Well, it's in Ann Arbor and it's homecoming, so we'll see if the Wolverines can get it back on.
Second down, 4 yards to go for the first down. 2 minutes, 43 seconds remaining in the first half. And penalty markers are down. This one, I think, is going to go against the Boilermakers.
It is against the Boilermakers, but whatever it is, it's a little motion against Purdue, and that puts them in another situation that they don't like to be in, where it's second down and 9 or 10, long yardage.
Gil Marchman is the referee.
Speaking of that Indiana-Michigan game, you know, we've had Indiana on Turner Network here for 3 or 4 weeks.
Illegal procedure on the offense.
And we have said they have been a very explosive team, and they can really get it done with a great quarterback like Bradley.
I'll tell you what, scoring 9 points in the first quarter against Michigan, a pretty good accomplishment.
That's right.
It's that defense. Second down, 9 after the 5-yard penalty. Everett lost the handle on that ball. A funny-looking throw by Jim Everett.
Well, he wanted to throw it downfield, and he wisely hung on to it and threw it into the ground. He saw that somebody was in front of him and was going to pump it, but as he looked up there, he was going to throw the ball, and he hung on to it just a little bit too long, and it went into the ground, and it was incomplete, and otherwise it would have been an interception. Watch down here. He's looking over. He's looking over to his left, and he saw. Oh, it hit somebody's head. That's what happened.
So now it's a third down and 9 from the shotgun. Everett back to throw. Firing downfield. He has Mark Jackson for the first down at the 25-yard line. Dean Altobelli, number 13, made the stop for Michigan State. First down, Purdue with 2:24 remaining.
Oh, did he wing that ball? He just threw that ball to Mark Jackson. It hit Mark Jackson so hard in the chest that he had to catch it. It stuck there.
A 17-yard gain. First down, Purdue from the shotgun. Everett looking downfield, firing to Rodney Carter, who gets out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Penalty marker way downfield, out near the 50-yard line. Also another one down over by the 37-yard line.
That could be holding against Michigan State.
So the officials will sort this one out.
We only have 2 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the half. Michigan State's last drive took 9 minutes and 54 seconds to get in to the end zone. Morris over the top. And, of course, that takes a lot of time off the clock. So what Purdue's trying to do now is get down the field in a 2-minute drill. The penalty is against Michigan State. And we'll find out what it is from the referee here in a moment. Maybe he's not going to tell us.
They will mark off the penalty.
That's Gil Marchman.
And it's a big one, 15 yards. Wow. Brings it all the way out to the 44-yard line, 45-yard line.
We have illegal participation, 12 men on the field on the defense.
12 men on the field.
There's your score. Indiana 9, Michigan 7 in the second period.
Oklahoma State and Kansas still tied. They're now in the second quarter. Arkansas has taken an early lead over Houston, and Georgia has a halftime lead of 10 points over Kentucky. Bulldogs trying to bounce back from a tie with Vanderbilt last week.
Well, that's devastation when you tie Vanderbilt.
First down from the shotgun. Everett has time again. Wide open is Rodney Carter at the 50-yard line, down to the 40, still going, and down he goes inside the 30-yard line. Great running after the catch by Rodney Carter. Kelly Quinn, number 93, and Keith Fisher, number 43, finally brought him down.
From the shotgun position, Everett saw him over the middle, but that's what he tries to do. He gets it to Rodney Carter, and Carter down the sideline for a big gainer. And 29 yards, 26 yards on the gain on the 29-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the shotgun.
A minute 45 remaining in the first half. Bad snap. Penalty markers down. This will be against Purdue.
Confusion. That's what Purdue had. The center forgot what the snap was. I can't say that really from experience, but look, there's somewhat of a confusion. Nobody knew what the snap was on.
So this will cost Purdue 5 yards. Moving it back to the 34-yard line.
And it'll take them out of field goal range.
First down and 15.
Illegal snap by the offense.
A minute 42 is the time remaining in the first half. Michigan State with a 7-3 lead. Everett now 16 of 23 for 137 yards. To throw it again. Complete to Carter at the 30. Carter gets out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. Make it the 27.
Boy, they can move that ball up and down. Carter on that sideline. And Jimmy Everett certainly knows where he is. He can find his favorite receiver, Carter. And he made about 7 or 8 yards on that play. Second down, 8 yards to go.
1 minute, 25 seconds. The time left now.
Michigan State leads 7-3.
Receivers are in there now. Griffin, Jackson, and Hayes. Everett back to throw. He's got time again. Finds Griffin at the 27-yard line. Griffin gets inside the 20 to about the 19. Anthony Bell making the stop.
It'll be a first down, and it's an automatic timeout on the field, and I think Purdue is then going to call. Yes, they are. They're going to call a timeout. Everett's coming to the sideline.
So the Boilermakers will stop the clock with a minute 18 remaining in the first half. Purdue trying to get that lead back. They trail right now 7-3 to the Spartans of Michigan State. A near sellout crowd here at Ross-Ade Stadium. They only had about 1,500 seats remaining. Purdue has used 2 timeouts. They have 1 timeout remaining.
And it is a beautiful day. Of course, you see, when you have 1 minute and 18 seconds left to play with a guy like Everett, you can get it in at any time. He can throw the ball so well. And they're on the 19-yard line, 1st and 10, and moving the ball from their own 7-yard line. Michigan State came in, and they stung Purdue's defense with 19 plays and keeping the ball 9 minutes and 54 seconds. But if you can do that to a Jimmy Everett, that means he can't get you on the board.
That may be the best way to defend Jim Everett.
That's the only way.
Just keep your offense out on the field. 1 minute, 18 seconds remaining. Purdue trailing by 4.
It will not be televised. But Purdue's home game with Iowa.
Leon Burtnett telling us yesterday that really the only time his team did not play well was against Minnesota. And they are trying to get things turned around against Michigan State right here. Ron Kramer back with you from Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. It is 7-3 Michigan State, 1 minute 18 remaining in the first half. Out of the shotgun, Everett from the 18-yard line fires to Rodney Carter. He's got him inside the 10-yard line. Close to another first down.
There's that crossing pattern again. Carter from the right side. Wallace went to the left side. Both were open. They keep crossing the ball. A bad snap to Jim Everett, but he gets it off and throws it perfectly, and it's very close to a first down.
Rodney Carter shaken up a bit on the play. He's heading for the sidelines now. There's your time remaining. Shy of the first down by about a yard. James Medlock is checked in, replacing Rodney Carter, who was shaken up in that last play. 52 seconds remain in the first half. Everett gives to Medlock, and Medlock will get the first down and then some, all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And again, as we mentioned, an automatic timeout in college when you make a first down. Good blocking up front.
The tackle made by Kurt Larson and Phil Parker. 45 seconds remaining. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Everett throwing toward Griffin, incomplete in the end zone. Back on the coverage, number 35, Todd Crum.
Oh, that was a good play by Todd Crum. He just stripped the ball of Steve Griffin. Watch him over here on the left of your screen. Steve Griffin has his hands on the ball. It's thrown perfectly. Look at that great play by number 35, ripping the ball away from Steve Griffin.
The clock stops with 40 seconds remaining. Rodney Carter is checked back in, so he's all right. It's 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. The tight end, Marty Scott, goes out wide to the right side. Griffin is wide left. Everett looks toward the end zone. Wallace, touchdown!
The rollout by Jim Everett. Out to his right, fake to the halfback Rodney Carter. Ray Wallace snuck out into the flat, and he was open in the end zone. And you know that Jim Everett can hit you when you're open, and he's in for 6.
So Purdue has regained the lead with 36 seconds remaining in the first half. Jonathan Briggs will try to make it a 3-point lead. There's the kick by Briggs. It is good. And Purdue has the lead back by a 10-7 margin over Michigan State. We'll be right back. This is Super Football Saturday on Turner Network Television.
We will return to Big Ten football after these messages on WKBD TV 50 Detroit.
Now have a nice day, honey, okay? Bye. 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 Be careful.
One way AAA helps with life's worries is with our school safety patrol program.
Stop.
Maybe it's not as important as our auto, life, homeowners insurance, and full travel services. But maybe it is. AAA, leave your worries at our doorstep.
DHL knows business is business in Canton, Ohio, or Canton, China.
DHL makes more on-time deliveries overseas than Federal, Emory, and Airborne combined. Rely on DHL from Venice, California to Venice, Italy. More deliveries, more places, more experience worldwide. DHL Worldwide Express. Nobody delivers the whole wide world like DHL.
2 minutes and 39 seconds consumed in the scoring drive by Purdue as they have regained the lead here with just 36 seconds remaining in the first half.
It didn't take Purdue quite as long to get up the field as it did Michigan State, but the 7 points still scores and still counts, and they lead now 10-7, and this is turning into quite a battle, as it usually does traditionally.
Jonathan Briggs will kick it off for Purdue. Andre Rison and Mark Ingram are deep for Michigan State. And we just had a collision up here in the broadcast booth.
I didn't know you were that good a blocker. There isn't that much room up here, is there?
You already got my money at the golf course yesterday, so...
Oh, I got a lot of it, didn't I?
Here's Andre Rison back at the 1-yard line. He has tremendous speed, this youngster. He's only a freshman. He gets it out to the 19-yard line before Tony Grant, number 21, made the stop. A 19-yard return for Rison. 30 seconds remaining in the first half.
And the kicking team did their job again, and we continually mention week after week, but they want the kicking team to tackle them inside the 20, and that's what Purdue did. Look at that. 12 plays, 93 yards, 239. Man, a 26-yarder to Carter down the sideline was a great one.
There's your time remaining. Purdue with a 3-point lead. The give is to Lorenzo White. He'll get about 2 yards, get it out to the 20-yard line. Kevin Sumlin, number 44, a linebacker, making the stop.
I think Michigan State's going to be content with going in at halftime only 3 points behind.
They may not even get another playoff here. Only 12 seconds remaining. The clock continues to move.
And it's a hot one out here, probably around 75 degrees now. Sun shining very brightly, so it's going to be hot on the field, and we're going to come to the end of the half.
So there's your first half, and it's been a very good football game to this point. Both teams playing very well. And at halftime, Purdue takes a 10-7 lead. Back to the locker room.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the tradition of homecoming.
This Halloween, don't just ask for a light beer.
Bartender, please, give me a light. No, Bud Light.
Bud Light. Because everything else is just a light.
Now, how about a bite to eat?
Make this Halloween a Bud Light Fright Night. Look for this display with free poster and special mug offer at participating retailers.
Me, I'm an accountant.
To John Kaiser, who had 6 grand openings in 3 days, Republic Airlines awards the comforts of perks.
These are enough.
To Gary McKee, who had to laugh at the same joke 6 times, Republic awards the executive suite perk.
You've earned it.
And to Nell McCarran, who had to dress for success in 6 cities, Republic awards a free trip after only 20,000 miles.
I've earned it.
We make you feel like flying. Republic Airlines.
Listen. Did you hear that? Or was it your imagination? The Panasonic VHS Hi-Fi gives you sound through your stereo so real, you'll wonder, is it a movie? Or is it in fact happening? Until you've seen the Panasonic VHS Hi-Fi. You haven't heard it all. VHS Hi-Fi video recorders from Panasonic.
We're not a company, but we recognize potential. We develop it. We use it. We'll make sure that as your responsibility grows, so will you. As your ability for leadership grows, so will you. Working with us, you'll gain self-confidence. Become a person.
10-7, quarter number 3, just about ready to get underway. Purdue will be off to Michigan State on homecoming weekend here at Purdue. Jonathan Briggs ready to do the kicking. There's a look at the numbers in the first half. Most of the Boilermakers' yardage has come in the air. The Spartans, a pretty balanced attack. 74 yards rushing, most of them by Lorenzo White. 59 yards passing.
But possession. Spartans have a 16:55 to 13:05, and that tells the tale.
And almost 10 minutes consumed on that one scoring drive when Michigan State took the lead, although Purdue got that lead right back just before halftime. Briggs will kick it off. Ingram and Risen are back deep for Michigan State. And the third quarter is underway. Ingram at the 2-yard line. Down he goes. A 20-yard return before Mark Foster made the stop for Purdue.
You can just feel the hits that are being made on this field by both sides.
19 plays in that 75-yard drive for Michigan State that resulted in their only score of the first half.
More scoring over the top for 6 points.
It's a first down. The ball just shy of the 25-yard line. Dave Urema back in there at quarterback this week. Back to throw on first down. He's got Ingram at the 35-yard line. Chris Dishman, number 19, making the stop. Looks like he got enough for the first down. We'll see where they mark it, though. I believe he did. It is a first down.
Ingram down the field on a sideline pattern. This is the play that Dave Urema's been calling right along. What they do is they fake the ball to the tailback, Lorenzo White, and then throw the sideline to Mark Ingram, and it's been very successful for Michigan State, and they hold on to the ball.
Elsewhere in Big Ten action, at the half, Michigan leading Indiana now 14-12. That's a good ball game. This is Lorenzo White, and he's free across the field. One man to beat, and he's got him. All the way down to the 3-yard line before Ron Woodson finally caught up with Lorenzo White. And Ron, you called that in the first half. You said one of these times Lorenzo White is going to spring free, and he just did for 61 yards.
Oh, and he almost had a touchdown. What a great move he made down here. Look at the hole. Watch him burst through that hole, and he just accelerates. And he runs away from everyone. I couldn't see who he made that move on right here, but I think it's Woodson right here. Watch the move here. He makes a move in and out, and there he is down the sideline to the 3-yard line, and Michigan State comes out hopping.
First and goal at the 3-yard line after a 61-yard gain by Lorenzo White. It's White again, looking for running room on the far sideline, finding none. He's stopped at the line of scrimmage by Tony Visco.
Visco made a little penetration. Here's another angle of our run by Lorenzo White. Lorenzo through the hole. Once he gets through that hole, he is dangerous.
He has 25 carries now for 140 yards. He needs 27 more yards to hit the 1,000 mark for the year.
61 on that last one.
It's a second down and goal. In the opening minutes of quarter number 3, Michigan State trying to get that lead right back. Lorenzo White, airborne. Down he goes. Couldn't get over the top. He gained about a yard. It'll be third and goal from the 1. Kevin Holly, number 99. Matt Morgan, number 59, making the stop for Purdue.
Well, one thing they have to remember, when you get up in the air, you lose your strength. And if they got those defenders right there, you aren't going to gain any yardage. We got a timeout on the field by Michigan State.
So Michigan State stopping the clock with 13:33 remaining in the third quarter. And Purdue with a 10-7 lead, but Michigan State knocking right on Purdue's door again.
We've had some nice people up here at Purdue. I must say, Jim Rujink, the SID, and of course George King, their athletic director, and Dr. Stephen Beering, the president of Purdue. They treat us just great on campus here. We met Doug Weaver last night, the athletic director, and of course George Perlis and everyone, Nick Vista, the SID, and everyone from Michigan State, including President John DiBiagio.
And we also want to thank Bob DeMoss, the assistant athletic director here at Purdue, for making us a part of his little group over at the pub.
The pub's a great place here in West Lafayette, ain't it?
Very friendly folks over there. We hope they're enjoying today's game. I don't think there's too many smiles over there right now, though, because Michigan State appears to be ready to score a touchdown. It's 10-7 Purdue. It's third down and goal. The give is to Lorenzo White. He's in for the touchdown. Did he keep the ball long enough? I guess he did.
Once you cross the plane of the goal line, if you have possession of the ball, it's a touchdown. Doesn't matter what you do with it after that. You can throw it up in the stands. Watch him up and over. Lorenzo White. Michigan State gets quickly back into the lead of this football game. Good blocking up front, too. Watch this offensive line come off. There's good blocking up front for Lorenzo White. Good hole for him in there, a wedge blocking.
We have a Purdue player shaken up in the end zone. That's number 92, Brad Horner, the nose guard. He's being helped off the field. Looks like maybe that left hand or wrist giving him a little problem.
The Spartan offensive line doing a great job up front.
Well, the Spartans have the lead back, 13-10. They'll try to make it 14 here as Chris Caudell checks in to attempt the extra point.
I always like to mention those guys, you know, Menderick and Stump and Watchman and Bogdelic doing a great job up front.
White now with 27 carries for 143 yards. That last yard good for a touchdown. And here's the point after attempt by Chris Caudell. Penalty markers are down. The kick is good. But we wait for the penalty explanation here by the officials.
It's against Purdue. They'll take the point. 5 plays, 75 yards. Wow. 130. That's the only time. They aren't keeping the ball long enough now.
And Michigan State has the lead 14-10. We'll be right back. This is Super Football Saturday on Turner Network Television.
75 yards, 5 plays, 125.
George Perlis on the Michigan State sideline. His team has just taken a 14-10 lead over Purdue. They'll kick it off from the 45-yard line because of the penalty on the point after attempt.
And Purdue's going to have to get back into this football game offensively. Unfortunate thing for them is that Michigan State only held the ball 1 minute and 30 seconds. The unfortunate thing is they got 7 points on the scoreboard. But Jimmy Everett's going to have to get that ball in the air and get some more points on the scoreboard. So we may see an awful lot of points today after all.
That 61-yard run by Lorenzo White, by the way, was the longest of his career. There's the boot by Montgomery. It'll go out of bounds right at the goal line.
Now they go back to the 40. That 5-yard penalty didn't do him any good.
Well, we said at the outset of the game that it looked like a battle between the ground game of Michigan State and the aerial game of Purdue, and that's just what we've seen. Lorenzo White carrying the ball for over 140 yards already today.
I was talking with Jim Everett yesterday, and Jimmy Everett wants to be remembered to his sister Jack out in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now, Jackie, I want you to know that your brother put me up to that.
We're in the opening minutes of quarter number 3. And we'll have the kickoff over again. They'll mark off 5 yards, move it back to the 40. And Greg Montgomery will kick it off again. Wallace and Woodson are the deep backs for Purdue. He bounces this one along the ground. It'll be taken to the 10-yard line by Wallace. And not a bad return out to the 28-yard line. So the Boilermakers will put it in play after a 17-yard return by Ray Wallace. John Miller, number 44, made the stop for the Spartans.
Gives the Purdue Boilermakers a little room to maneuver. That homecoming crowd's really turned on today here at Ross-Ade Stadium.
Just a beautiful day and a great crowd, over 67,000.
Beautiful day for fans. Not too good for the players, though. It's pretty hot out there, 75 degrees, with the sun shining in your eyes. It's hard to play in the sun.
Right now, the sun at the back of the Purdue Boilermakers, so they have a little bit of an advantage in this quarter. Everett lets the throw on first down. It is complete to Wallace at the 30-yard line. He'll get no further than that. A 3-yard gain. It'll be second down 7.
Not much gain. You know, the nice thing about watching Jim Everett throw the ball, he looks and he watches his people moving around. But he's 6'5", 6'6", so he can see over the top of some of these big linemen who are coming at him. That's what makes him such a great quarterback.
He's a 5th-year senior from Albuquerque, New Mexico. And anybody around the Purdue coaching staff will tell you he's really worked to become a good player. He was not a great player when he came out of high school. He was a good player, but he's become a great player through hard work. Back to throw on second down and 7. It's scrambling out of some trouble. The pass is caught by Steve Griffin, and Griffin stepped out of bounds back at the 42-yard line. He's got the first down. Todd Crum back in the coverage for Michigan State.
Again, Jim Everett steps back in. He's looking for his open people. He found Steve Griffin over the middle, and it was good for 12 yards. So look at him look over the field. He watches the field, looks over the field, finally sees Steve Griffin break open over on the left-hand sideline there, and he goes up the field for a 12-yard gain and a first down.
He has completed 22 passes in 30 attempts. He tied a school record last week with 35 completions against Ohio State. First down. To throw again. The tight end, Marty Scott, wide open. First down, Purdue at the 36-yard line of Michigan State. Bill Parker back in the coverage for the Spartans.
The tight end against the zone. Marty Scott up the middle. We used to call that a banana pattern. Just stay right in the seam. Look at, see, he's right in that seam. Look at how well that ball is thrown there, perfectly in the middle of the zone. And it was a great catch by Marty Scott and a first down and 21 yards.
The ball on the 36-yard line of Michigan State. Purdue trying to get right back in it here. They trail 14-10. Two tight ends in there. With a fake, the pitch goes to Mark Jackson, and Mark Jackson is out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Another first down for the Boilermakers. Bill Parker finally knocked Mark Jackson out of bounds, the senior from Terre Haute, Indiana, 5'10", 178 pounds.
Well, good play by the flanker. Just a little bit of a trick play, gets that first down. But what happened was Tim Moore just could not make the play out here on the reverse. They had it nailed here. Watch as he pitches the ball out here. Watch on the left side. Here comes Michigan State up. Mark Jackson just makes a great move there. You can't tackle with your head down, and that's how Mark Jackson got the first down.
It's a Purdue first down at the Michigan State 21. Everett back to throw on first down. He's got Rodney Carter, and Carter gets it to the 16-yard line. A 4-yard gain. Shane Bullough, number 41. Phil Parker, number 32. In on the stop for Michigan State.
Great moves he makes when he catches the ball over the middle. Rodney Carter, 7 receptions now for 66 yards. He's second in the nation coming into this football game.
And that's unusual for a guy who is listed as a tailback. He is one of Jim Everett's favorite targets, no doubt about it. Second down, 5 yards to go for the first down. The ball at the 16-yard line of Michigan State. Everett looks downfield, still looking. He's got time, fires it out to Steve Griffin, who's open near the sideline. He won't get too far, down to about the 12-yard line.
They'll get close to the first down, though, and I think they'll have to bring the lines over to measure. But watch the good scrambling of Jim Everett. He's got a good feeling back there. And watch Steve Griffin keep moving around. Griffin moving on the left and Everett on the right. He has the feel of him. He sees him in the open, and Griffin gets up very close to the first down.
They will bring the chains out to measure.
It'll be very close.
That is 6 completions in a row now for Jim Everett. And on the day, he is now 25 out of 33 for 223 yards. Just a typical day at the office for Mr. Everett.
Is he a great kid? And it looks like a first down. It is.
So the Boilermakers have another first down.
And they're in great scoring position.
There's the day that Everett has had. If he completes 11 more passes today, he will set a new school record for most completions in one game. We'll repeat that incredible figure of a week ago because it truly is incredible. Last week, the last 8 minutes of the game against Ohio State, Everett threw for 220 yards.
What a great day that was. And got him back into the football game.
Just under 500 yards all told last week. It's a first down at the Michigan State 11. Everett gets rid of it to Rodney Carter. Carter inside the 5-yard line.
Again, the scrambling of Jim Everett. Finds Rodney Carter in the open on the right-hand hash mark. He throws it to him. Rodney gets it down to about the 4-yard line. Watch him keep looking, and he feels the pressure coming from the left side here. And he feels the pressure, and then all of a sudden he sees Rodney Carter break open, and Carter gets it up the field for a 6-yard gain.
So it's now a second down. 3 yards to go for the first down, 4 yards to go for the touchdown. Everett pitching to Rodney Carter. Carter is in for the touchdown.
there by Scheib and Penfield. They did a great job. Carter stayed right behind him, got into the end zone. Now Purdue's ahead. I guess we are going to have one of those high-scoring games. Excuse me, that was Wallace in for the touchdown.
It is 16-14. Purdue, a 2-point lead. They'll try the extra point here. Jonathan Briggs trying to give themselves a margin of 3 points. There's the boot by Briggs. It is good.
8 plays, 73 yards, 324. Purdue back on top.
So the seesaw ball game. There's Rodney Carter.
Yeah, it was Carter. It was Carter.
And in to score from 4 yards out. So the Purdue Boilermakers have the lead back in what's turning into a seesaw ball game with 10:06 remaining in the third quarter.
Not so very long ago, the average 4-cylinder engine looked something like this. But these days, 4-cylinder engines look a little more like this. That's why we developed new Valvoline 4-Guard motor oil, specially formulated to protect today's harder-working, more complex 4-cylinder engines. And it won't break down, even after 7,500 miles. Times have definitely changed. So maybe it's time to change your oil to new Valvoline 4-Guard.
No matter how hard you work, Right Guard can help keep you smelling good for up to 24 hours.
You work hard, you need Right Guard.
This is Brush Plus from Gillette. A shaving concentrate and brush in one. A brush to lift whiskers, a concentrate to soften them. A shave that is superior. Brush Plus for a superior shave.
George Perlis looks on from the Michigan State sideline. His
what is he going to do now to get back into this football game? Is he going to continue his game plan and run the ball, or is he going to get it up in the air? Here's the kickoff.
Andre Rison, Mark Ingram waiting for it. It's Ingram at the 5-yard line. Looking for that wall of blockers. It gets it out to the 25. A return of 20 yards. Gerald Williams, number 47, made the tackle.
I'm telling you, since the first kickoff to this point right now, you can't believe how much hitting there was out there. Number of plays on the last scoring drive, 873 yards, 324. That big play, the 16-yard run by Jackson on the reverse, the quarterback pitch out up the sideline, and a first down for Purdue Boilermakers.
10 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Dave Urema marks out the signals, lost his footing a bit as he went back, but still gets rid of it and completes it to the tight end, Butch Roll. A gain of about 2 yards. Kennedy Wilson, number 23, right there to make the stop for Purdue.
A lot of rollouts by this Michigan State Spartan team, faking it off usually to Lorenzo White and then moving out to the right or left. That time to his big tight end. Not much gain.
Some other scores in the second quarter. Florida leads Vanderbilt 15-10. Oklahoma State and Kansas still tied 7-7 there in the second quarter. And Georgia leads Kentucky now 19-0 in the third quarter. Here to 17-14, Purdue with the lead. Urema back to throw on second down. The pass is incomplete. The intended receiver, Vino Belt.
Reading pass intended for Vino Belt, incomplete.
So now
Vino was
third down and 7.
He was open out there on the little slant out by the tight end. Here's the score.
The Hoosiers really giving the Wolverines a battle. It is tied at halftime.
A good football team. Illinois 7-0 over Wisconsin in the first period.
Here it is 17-14 Purdue. Third down, 7 yards to go for the first down. At the Michigan State 28. Urema back to throw again. He's got time, but he can't find a receiver. Now he's going to try to run for the first down, and he's not going to get it. Kevin Holly, number 99. There to bring down Dave Urema.
Good coverage by the Purdue Boilermakers on defense. Urema was not able to find a hole to get through. He's not very quick of foot, so he had to take the bite, and he was sacked back there for no gain. It'll be fourth down, and Michigan State now is going to have to give up the ball. He's looking for his receiver, as he has right along. He went to the well just once too often, and he couldn't find an open man out there. He's trying to run, trying to find a spot, but unfortunately Purdue's defense did the job. Here's the kick.
Greg Montgomery. It's a good kick away. Carries all the way to the 24-yard line. Steve Griffin will get it out across the 30 to about the 32. And that's where the Boilermakers will put it in play. A 50-yard punt that time by Greg Montgomery. A return at 6 yards by Steve Griffin.
By my figures, that's a net out of 44. We're here at homecoming in Lafayette, Indiana.
The Boilermakers leading it by 3 points. And we'll see if Jim Everett can advance his ball club downfield again. Mark Jackson is wide left. Steve Griffin is wide right. The give is to the fullback Wallace. Wallace can't find a hole on that side, so he tries the other side. And he's got a first down. On this replay, I want you to take a close look at the quarterback, Jim Everett. You'll see something else that he can do, and that's block.
Did you see this? Watch Jimmy Everett come over here. He's just trying to get out of the way, but he sees his fullback caught. He makes a great block over here. Watch him, number 11, right there. Good block, and he gets up about another 11 or 12 yards and a first down for Purdue.
First down at their own 43-yard line from the shotgun. Trouble back there, got rid of it, and the pass is complete to Marty Scott, the tight end. Todd Crum, number 35, back in the coverage.
That's the tight end again, Marty Scott. He's our second leading receiver on this team. You know, he's a good one.
I tell you what, you can be the 8th leading receiver on this team and still have quite a few receptions.
60 passes a year.
He loves to throw the ball, and he's completed his last 8 pass attempts. 27 for 35 now for 228 yards for Jim Everett. Second down 3. Everett back to throw again after the good fake. He's got all kinds of time back there. He's going for the down. Steve Griffin. Incomplete. A good defensive play by Todd Crum, number 35, the sophomore from West Bloomfield, Michigan.
Can you believe how far he threw that ball? He threw it right to the end of the end zone from his own 40-yard line. You realize that's 70 yards in the air, and it was almost perfectly thrown. Watch the arm on Jim Everett. It was just a great throw downfield. Steve Griffin was open, but Todd Crum came and put his hand in there, and it was really a good defensive play.
So now it's a third down and 3 at midfield. In motion is Hayes. Everett back to throw on 3rd and 3. He's got a man wide open, Rodney Carter, for the first down at the 43-yard line of Michigan State. Todd Crum made the tackle for the Spartans.
Just another simple little hook pattern to Rodney Carter, and as Jim Everett goes back, he's looking over the field. He finds Rodney Carter again, just moving in between the linebackers, and it's a first down. It's almost like handing the ball off in the backfield. He's just throwing it downfield. It's sort of what we say a controlled pass pattern.
Jim Everett likes to say, we'll take what they give us. That's what he means by that.
Sure he does.
Little 6, 7, 8 yards.
Looks like a blitz.
Here come the Spartans. Everett getting rid of it, throws it away. Nobody even near the ball. I guess the intended receiver was Steve Griffin, but Everett was under some pressure that time and had to get rid of it quickly.
Purdue went into that shotgun formation, and there were 11 Michigan State players up on that line of scrimmage. They were all coming. I think if the coach could have gone on the field, he would have blitzed himself. Everett wisely threw the ball up in the air, and Steve Griffin was running a post pattern, but what happened was Jim Everett had to get rid of the ball too quickly.
John Hayes goes wide right. Steve Griffin is wide left. The running backs are Ray Wallace and Rodney Carter. Everett back to throw. Second down 10. The pass is caught by the fullback Wallace at the 40-yard line. Todd Crum, number 35, made the stop for Michigan State.
And Todd Crum is just all over the field. He's down deep. He's in short. And he made a great play that time defensively on Ray Wallace, who caught the ball, and a 4-yard gain. It'll be third down and 6 yards to go. Here he is again. Watch the hit now by Todd Crum on number 43, Ray Wallace. I told you this was a rock'em sock'em football game today.
Third down, about 5 yards to go for the first down. From the shotgun, Everett. Incomplete. The intended receiver, Steve Griffin. Todd Crum again in the coverage.
All over the field. As I mentioned, he's really having a great day defensively.
I tell you what, if you're a defensive back and you play against Purdue, you better come ready to play.
You better run an awful lot of wind sprints. Look at across the field goes Steve Griffin on your left side, hits him in the hands. Pretty close to a completion, but Todd Crum was there. I don't think they'd have gotten a first down anyway.
Ernie Schrummeyer in to do the punting. He's averaging a little over 38 yards a kick this season for Purdue.
And he's at 39 today.
Bobby Morse is deep for Michigan State. Schrummeyer, kind of a wobbly kick. And it's going to be down inside the 5-yard line. Getting downfield was Jeff Lee, number 18. So the Spartans of Michigan State have their backs to the wall after a 36-yard punt by Schrummeyer.
I don't think Schrummeyer wanted to do that, but it worked out good for him.
6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Purdue with a 3-point lead. We'll be right back. This is Super Football Saturday on Turner Network Television.
Come on, jump! 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 Let's jump higher! How high?
For some people, night is more than end of day, and a car is more than just a way to get around in. They own a Daytona. Turbo Z, front-wheel drive, turbocharged. Daytona. It's a smart move with a 5-year or 50,000-mile protection plan. And now with up to $460 in savings available on the nifty options you want. Daytona. That's Dodge for fun.
They do.
Here's a look at that kick again, Ron, from Schrummeyer.
Watch the squib off the right-hand side of his foot here, and it hits perfectly for him, and it bounces straight up in the air, and a great play by number 18 for Purdue. That was Jeff Lee.
So the ball all the way down on the 2-yard line. That's where Michigan State will begin this possession. They give to Lorenzo White. And White gives him a little more operating room, getting it out to the 6-yard line before Bob Ziltz, number 71, made the stop for the Boilermakers. In the second quarter, Notre Dame leading Southern Cal 14-0.
Wow. Notre Dame coming back on the year.
Here it is 17-14. Purdue leading with a little over 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. The 4-yard gain by White. It was second down and 6 at the 6-yard line. This is Lorenzo White again. Down he goes at the 10-yard line. Shy of a first down by a couple of yards. Jeff Lee, number 18, making the stop for Purdue.
He's just got great moves. He's got strength, he's got mobility, and he's got speed, and that's why he's so doggone good as a rusher. And he's been averaging now 138 yards. I'll bet Bobby McAllister really wants to get into this football game and try his wear.
He filled in at quarterback during the 5 games that were missed, rather, by Dave Urema. And Urema back at the controls today. Here's Lorenzo White. He's got the first down and then some. Out to the 15-yard line before Rod Woodson brought him down for the Boilermakers.
Lorenzo White again. Into the line. What's a good blocking over here on the left side? Look at Morris out there. Morris does a great job at fullback. He just does a great job of moving his man out of the way, and Lorenzo White now 155 yards, 30 carries.
12 more yards for Lorenzo White, and he'll be at the 1,000 mark for the year. First down at the 15-yard line. Lorenzo White again, looking for running room right side. That may be a yard, that's all.
No room out there. Kennedy Wilson out there making the stop from his halfback position.
Call it a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down 9.
You got to gang tackle that young fellow, Lorenzo White. If you don't gang tackle him, he's going to make a whole bunch of yards against her. And that's what's happened to Purdue today. He got that one hole and ran for 61 yards, but then now he's carried it for 31 and over 155.
Lorenzo White began the day as the 4th leading rusher in the nation. He may move up on that list after his performance here. 2nd down 9. Here's White again. And again, no running room. Nada. Kevin Hawley, number 99.
No.
6'3", 257-pounder from Washington, Pennsylvania, made the stop.
No more yards this time. Getting up very slowly.
So now it'll be a 3rd down. About 8 yards to go for the 1st down. And the Boilermaker defense toughening up.
Well, this is a big play for Michigan State right here.
Andre Rison goes out wide left. That's Morse in motion. Urema rolling, looking, firing to Morse. Incomplete off his fingertips. Kennedy Wilson back in the coverage for Purdue. And the Boilermakers are going to get it back again.
Morse was not open.
Look at the towels.
You can't continually give the ball back to Jim Everett and not expect to get points on the scoreboard, because he can get them back for you. Now, it's the 2nd time in a row that Michigan State has given up the ball in pretty good field position, and Purdue should get good field position on this turn of the ball.
Greg Montgomery set to kick it for Michigan State. Steve Griffin and Rod Woodson are deep for Purdue. Terrible kick off the side of his foot. And that'll be marked out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. Only a 16-yard kick, and Purdue has tremendous field position as they'll take over on the Michigan State 32.
That's about the way you were hitting the golf ball yesterday.
You're right. You're absolutely right about that.
We got 3:31 here in the 3rd period. Purdue leading 17-14, but in great position to get more points on the scoreboard. Illinois leading Wisconsin 14-3 in the 1st period. Indiana, Michigan tied in the 3rd period, 15-15.
The Hoosiers and the Wolverines
ahead of Southern California, 17-0 in the 3rd.
3.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 1st down, Purdue. The handoff is to Rodney Carter. Carter finds a little room inside the 30, inside the 25, still on his feet, and down he goes at the 21-yard line.
Who said these Purdue Boilermakers can't run the ball? That was a great run by Rodney Carter with the handoff from the shotgun formation to the inside. Rodney Carter picks up the 1st down. Listen, little inside handoff, good blocking up front. Carter finds his way around, finds another little hole, and zips up for the 1st down on the 22-yard line.
So it's a 1st and 10 at the Michigan State 22. Griffin comes out wide left. Mark Jackson in motion. Everett faking the handoff. Now throws to Griffin, incomplete. And at the 5-yard line, again, Todd Crum was back in the coverage for the Spartans.
And defensively, Timmy Moore really laid Jim Everett on the ground after Jimmy had thrown the ball. It was a great rush by number 42 on Michigan State's defense.
Everett now 29 out of 41. He threw the ball 55 times last week, and he's closing in on that number again this week.
And his next completion will be a record of opponents against Michigan State.
2nd down 10 at the 22-yard line. Purdue with a 3-point lead. Trying to get more points on the board. From the shotgun, Everett looks downfield. The pass is caught by Rodney Carter. Carter inside the 15. Carter inside the 10. Carter all the way down to the 2-yard line. Anthony Bell finally brought him down for Michigan State.
That's some moving and grooving, ain't it, by Rodney Carter? He caught the ball 3 yards over the line of scrimmage, got it all the way down to the 4.5-yard line, 3-yard line. I'll tell you one thing, he made some great moves. Looked like a little rabbit out there catching the ball and running through the briar patch. Look at this great move right here. Here he is, Rodney Carter. Great move to the left and to the right. Got a good block out there, another good block, and he gets all the way down to the 3-yard line. Great field position, 1st and goal for Purdue.
2.5 minutes remaining.
18 yards. Looked like he ran 520.
In the 3rd quarter. 2 tight ends in there now for Purdue. The pitch out goes to Medlock, and Medlock gets it down to the 1-yard line. James Medlock, the sophomore from Waycross, Georgia.
They put an extra back in there with Rodney Carter and Ray Wallace, and that's James Medlock, and he's about 220-pound fullback, and he can really hit in there.
He's only a sophomore. Mark Nichols and Ron Rowe made that last tackle for Michigan State.
Comes Rodney Carter back into the game.
2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. 2 tight ends again for Purdue.
And 2 big fullbacks.
Everett giving to Medlock. Medlock at that goal line. He was unable to get in. So the Spartan defense stiffens on the goal line. Shy by about a half a yard.
They try that bull elephant backfield and just to try to pound it in against them. Here's Medlock again, carrying the ball to the left side. But the Michigan State defense held them on about the 6-inch line.
Bill Parker and Dean Altobelli making the stop that time for the Spartans. 3rd and goal from less than a yard away.
The guys who scored are the guys up front. They're the ones you have to block.
That is Carter in motion. That is Medlock over the top, and he is in for the touchdown. So the Boilermakers have opened up a 9-point lead now. It is 23-14. Jonathan Briggs will try to make it 24. And the kick is good.
6 plays, 32 yards, 2 minutes and 29 seconds. I told you couldn't give the ball back to Jim Everett too often. He's going to get you in for a score.
So the Boilermakers have their biggest lead of the afternoon. They lead it by 10, 24-14. There's Medlock going over from about 6 inches out.
A flyer. Looked like a high jumper to me. One more time. Medlock over the top into the end zone, 6 points.
And so this homecoming crowd of over 67,000 with plenty to cheer about in this 3rd quarter. As Purdue has opened up a 10-point lead. 1 minute, 2 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. And Ron, this will be an important possession for Michigan State. They need to get back in this game because pretty soon the clock will become a factor.
And there's only one way you can get in back into this game, and that is to keep the ball and get down and get some points on the scoreboard, even if it's a 3-pointer. Then they only need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. We always remind people, because college, you do have that 2-point conversion, which could change the score of the game.
Briggs will kick it off. Ingram and Risen waiting on the goal line for Michigan State. There's the boot by Briggs. Mark Ingram at the 2-yard line. Still on his feet. Ingram at the 30. The kicker, Jonathan Briggs, is going to make the tackle at the 50-yard line.
That's a good way to start it out, isn't it?
A 48-yard return for Mark Ingram, and Michigan State will have the ball just shy of midfield.
Watch this great run back. Up the middle to his left, and looks like he's tackled right here, but breaks away and almost gets away for the touchdown. But fortunately, Jonathan Briggs was able to bring him down on the sideline.
So it's a first down for Michigan State, just shy of the 50-yard line.
Mark Ingram's got great speed, doesn't he?
Yarima pitching it to Lorenzo White. White has the first down inside the 40-yard line of Purdue. Rod Woodson made the tackle for the Boilermakers.
12 yards, first down. That's one way, isn't it, to get back in this football game?
And by gaining those 12 yards, Lorenzo White is now a 1,000-yard rusher.
Isn't that fantastic?
This is only the 7th game of the season.
169 yards, 33 carries. I think he'll get a few more today, too.
First down, Michigan State. White again. He'll gain about 3 yards, maybe 4. They'll mark it at the 35-yard line. Kellen Holly made the stop for the Boilermakers. That youngster goes to the same barber we do.
What's that?
12 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Getting a little thin up there, big guy. Second down and 6. And time will expire, ending quarter number 3. So one more quarter of football remaining here at Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. Your score, the Purdue Boilermakers 24 and the Michigan State Spartans 14.
When you deserve the best, yeah. Standing out apart from all the rest, yeah.
Of all the discerning people who buy Buicks more by Century than any other.
Century. You know that you belong, yeah. Century. Keeps rolling right along, yeah.
Head into the future in this century. The Buick Century.
Wouldn't you really rather have a Buick?
The enemy, snow. You never know when your car might lose its grip. Hence, the design logic for Vector. Goodyear's exceptional handling all-season radial. Its aggressive crisscross tread actually cleans itself for superb control on snow and ice. You either have Goodyear Vectors or you need them.
We will return to Big Ten football after these messages on WKBD TV 50 Detroit.
I put to you this simple proposition. Save your gums or lose your teeth. Gum disease is what causes most tooth loss. From age 35, it strikes 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. And by age 60, over a fourth have lost all their teeth, mainly to gum disease. Consider your chances. What can you do about gum disease? See your American Dental Association dentist. Don't wait till it hurts.
At UPS, we wash our planes so often, our competitors think we're obsessive. But keeping our planes clean reduces wind drag, which saves us thousands of tons of jet fuel each year. And it's obsessiveness like this that lets us deliver next day air usually for half what other companies charge. Besides, we happen to like our planes clean. UPS, we run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
Portions of today's game are being brought to you by Buick and your Buick dealers. For comfort, innovation, and a real commitment to quality, it's today's Buicks. The fourth quarter underway. Purdue leading at 24-14, but Michigan State, after that great kick return by Mark Ingram, in pretty good field position at the 35-yard line of Purdue. Here's Lorenzo White again. Close to the first down, but shy by a couple of yards. So it'll be a third down and 2.
He keeps struggling into that line, play after play, and just keeps picking up more and more yards. But as we said before, every once in a while he's going to break one on you.
He broke one earlier in the game for 61 yards. That was the longest run of his career. And I bet he'll break that record before he's through at Michigan State.
Without a doubt. He's only a sophomore. We all know that.
Third down, 3 yards to go for the first down. Rising goes wide right. The tight end puts roll in motion. The pitch is to Lorenzo White. He needs to get to the 29-yard line. He'll be dropped for a loss back at the 34 by Kennedy Wilson, number 23.
Boy, now that was a hit. That's the way to tackle him. When you put your head right in his chest and you bring him to the ground, you clasp him to the ground. Watch this great hit by Kennedy Wilson. Wow. Whew, do I like that kind of football. That's the only way to stop Lorenzo White, I guarantee you.
It's a loss of a yard, so now it's a 4th down and 4, and the Spartans are going to go for it.
They're going for it.
The Boilermaker crowd cheering their defense on. The fake to White this time. The little pitch is caught by Bobby Morse, but Morse is out of bounds at the 33-yard line. He didn't get the first down.
Too much pressure on Dave Urema. The play couldn't develop. Morse caught it out here, but did not get the first down. Watch Urema. Watch the great pressure being put on Urema.
And so the failure to come up with a first down turns the ball back over to the Boilermakers with 13.5 minutes remaining in the game.
They had the right defense called at the right time. And Don Baldwin was able to put all that pressure on him.
Mark Jackson goes wide left. Steve Griffin wide right.
Again, you're giving the ball to Jim Everett, who is dangerous offensively.
The Boilermakers have really dominated things in the second half. The pass is incomplete, intended for Steve Griffin.
Everett pass intended for Griffin, incomplete.
Ron Rowe back in the coverage for Michigan State.
Joe Curran right in on Jimmy Everett's face again. Now you got to get penetration. You got to rush that quarterback, and that's exactly what happened on that last play. That's why it was an incompletion. But 30 out of 43 for 267, not a bad day, eh? And you got a quarter to go.
In the third quarter, Michigan's taken a lead now, 18-15 over Indiana. That's a tougher ball game than the Wolverines thought it was going to be. Second down 10. Everett has a man wide open. That's Rodney Carter. And the gain is a 5-yard gain out to the 38-yard line. It'll be second down and 5.
And Rodney Carter went down the field again, just does a little hookup, and every time he catches the ball, he'll move right and left. Spartans here on the sideline trying to figure out a way to get on the scoreboard, get back into this football game.
Well, one thing that would really help is if they could stop Purdue right here in a third down play, a big third down play, 3rd and 4.
And Everett's been making an awful lot of these 3rd down and 4 plays.
Long count by Everett. Back to throw on 3rd down, firing toward his tight end Marty Scott, incomplete. So the Michigan State Spartans defense is held here.
Well, again, because the blitz came, Warren Lester came right in on Jim Everett, and he wasn't able to sit back there and pick out his target, and he threw it awry, and it will be now 4th down for Purdue.
Ernie Schrummeyer in to do the punting. Bobby Morse is back deep for Michigan State. 12 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in the game. Purdue leading it 24-14. Coming, but Schrummeyer gets a good kick away. Sails all the way back to the 17-yard line where Bobby Morse grabs in a 44-yard kick and no return. So Michigan State gets the ball back, but they're inside their own 20-yard line. We'll be right back. This is Super Football Saturday on Turner Network Television.
Right now, the people and the products
1.5 megabits per second service
of Michigan Bell
Dataphone digital service
are creating some of the industry's
Centrex 5
most advanced information management networks.
digital transport.
We're introducing them.
Fiber optics.
So that if you need to move information,
Customized networks.
you'll know who to look for. Or, if you're a competitor, who to look out for.
Michigan Bell.
Now at Renault and Jeep dealers, low financing on most 86 Renault and Jeep models. 8.8% on Renault Alliance convertibles and Alliance sedans. On Renault Encore hatchbacks. Save $934 on Alliance convertibles. And get 8.8 on 2- or 4-wheel drive Jeep Comanche. Take advantage of 8.8 on Jeep Cherokee. Save $1,300 on a Jeep Wagoneer.
Hurry. 8.8% ends soon. See your Detroit area AMC Jeep Renault dealer today. Now showing at select theater.
With you from Ross-Ade Stadium. Michigan State has the ball with 12.5 minutes remaining. They're down by 10 points. The give is to Lorenzo White. And Lorenzo White has some room. He's all the way out to the 30-yard line. A 12-yard gain. First down.
We're into the 4th period, and we mentioned earlier that this was going to be a rock'em sock'em football game. They're still hitting very hard out there. Lorenzo White that time started off to the right, moved off to his left. 13-yard gain, another first down. There he is right there. 1,023 this year. Not a bad year, and he's got 4 or 5 games left.
Look at the difference in first downs. Purdue has doubled the first down performance of Michigan State. First down at the 30. The fake to White this time. Urema firing long downfield for Mark Ingram, and it is caught by Ingram at the 30-yard line. First down, Michigan State. A great catch by Mark Ingram. He was in some traffic down there and still was able to find the handle on that ball. A 41-yard gain.
And a great throw by Dave Urema. Chris Dishman was back there with him. But what happened was, number 11, Mark Ingram, just took it away from him. Watch this great catch. He wanted it badly. He was covered well. You can't do much more from your quarterback position than to try to knock the ball down.
So Michigan State now threatening to put some points on the board. They have a first down at the Purdue 28. Urema giving to Lorenzo White. And this time, White could find no running room. He's dropped for a loss of 2 yards. Back at the 30.
Stopped by Tony Visco.
Last man up for Purdue is Tony Visco, number 49.
Well, Michigan State certainly had a good game plan today, and that is to keep the ball away from Purdue's Jim Everett, and they've done it so far. They've held onto the ball as much as Purdue has, and it's now a second down and 12 yards to go.
At the Purdue 30, Dave Urema, junior from Warren, Michigan. Straight back to throw. The pass is caught by Andre Rison at the 15-yard line. He's driven back to the 17. It's another first down for Michigan State. Jeff Lee finally brought down the freshman Andre Rison.
Well, Purdue had the blitz on Andre Rison down the field, what they call a square in. Dave Urema sees it well and zings it right in there, and Rison picks it up for the first down, and Michigan State is moving the ball.
Updating you on some other scores, Illinois leads Wisconsin 21-3 now, that game in the third quarter. North Carolina leading Florida 10-3 in the third quarter. Syracuse leads Temple 28-6 in the third. And Clemson leads NC State 31-3 in the third. Lorenzo White inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line.
Tackled by Tony Visco.
Tony Visco made the stop for Purdue.
All of a sudden, they're stopping Lorenzo White, and Dave Urema has come right to the call and has been completing some passes.
The record books being rewritten here today by Lorenzo White. 10.5 minutes remaining in the game. 24-14 Purdue. It is second down, 6 at the 12-yard line. Lorenzo White again, close to the first down, to about the 7-yard line. Kevin Sumlin, number 44, made the stop for Purdue.
Yeah, if they went for it on fourth down on the 30-yard line, you know they're going to go for a fourth down play on this one. Although between you and I, if they don't make it here, take the 3 points, look for a touchdown later on with a 2-pointer.
Third down, 1 yard to go for the first down. The ball just outside the 7-yard line.
You don't want to get down to the 7-yard line and come up empty-handed. You should get some points out of this.
3rd and 1. Sargent in motion. The pitch is to Lorenzo White. He's got the first down. He's got a touchdown. Running behind right guard John Wojciechowski, Lorenzo White has made it a 24-20 ball game.
Wojciechowski and Bobby Morris right out in front of him. Lorenzo White taking the ball into the end zone, and Michigan State right back into it.
So Chris Caudell checks in now to attempt the extra point, trying to make it a 3-point ball game once again.
Great blocking out front there. Look at number 21, number 89. Good blocking, Butch Rowley.
Chris Caudell to attempt the extra point. The kick is good, and once again, Michigan State is back within 3 points as Purdue's lead is now 24-21 over the Spartans of Michigan State.
7 plays, 83 yards, 4 minutes, 44 seconds.
We're not a company, but outstanding people come to us every day. People who want to make a contribution to a team and do work that really counts. People eager to see new places, do the unusual, and find the unusual. People who become your friends for life. People just like you. We're not a company. We're your country. We're the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the Army. We're the Armed Forces. It's a great place to start.
I started dipping Kodiak, made my friend here real happy because it's his brand. Now it's my brand, too. It's good and moist with a special cut that packs right, and it's got a big, fresh wintergreen flavor. But don't take my word for it. Just ask my friend here. He's really got away with words, don't he?
The Spartans of Michigan State right back in it after this touchdown run by Lorenzo White, who's been chewing up yardage all day.
And running the ball, I think, 41 times, which is a record here in Ross-Ade Stadium already. And we still have 9 minutes and 47 seconds to play in this football game. Purdue leads 24-21. Just a great football game. There's everything in it: passing, running, good tackling, good hard football, and good basic football.
And as you saw on that last graphic, that last touchdown run by Lorenzo White put him over 200 yards for the day. 203.
This game is up for grabs.
Montgomery will kick it off. Rod Woodson in the end zone will just hold it there. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line.
Good kickoff. Hit it good.
So the Boilermakers go back to work on offense. That big pass from Dave Urema to Mark Ingram.
Oh, it sure was, and a good catch by Mark Ingram. Right down the middle.
So with 9:47 remaining, it's 24-21. The Boilermakers by 3, and they have the ball on their own 21st down. Jim Everett closing in on a record. He has completed 31 passes, just 4 shy of the school record. And he's back to throw on first down. The pass intended for Griffin is caught at the 40-yard line. Out of bounds he goes right in front of the Purdue bench. A 25-yard play from Jim Everett to Steve Griffin. Phil Parker forced him out.
That ball was thrown so perfectly between Phil Parker, number 32, and Ron Rowe, number 18, who was up in front of him. Watch this ball just fall and flow right in between the both of them for a perfect first down. A great catch to Steve Griffin. They had a zone and they had him squashed. It was just a perfect throw by Jim Everett.
Everett now with 298 yards, 32 out of 45. It's a first down at the Purdue 45-yard line. John Hayes wide left. Everett back to throw. He's got Rodney Carter at midfield. Rodney Carter still on his feet inside the 45-yard line. Another first down for Purdue. Phil Parker made the tackle for Michigan State.
Rodney Carter out of the backfield again. All those crossing patterns. Marty Scott was coming across one way. Ray Wallace going the other way. Underneath both of them came Rodney Carter. Who picks him out? Jim Everett. Boom. First down.
At the 44-yard line of Michigan State.
Excuse me.
Everett back to throw again. The pass is caught by Mark Jackson at the 35-yard line. There is a penalty marker down back at the 45.
That could be offside. I don't know who it would be offside against, but I think it is Purdue. A good play out there to Mark Jackson. And you notice how quickly Jim Everett gets the ball off. They had a blitz on that time, but Everett saw it coming, got the ball off, and a good catch by Mark Jackson. But it will be called back, and it'll be a penalty against Purdue.
Jim Everett now over 300 yards on the day passing, and that's the 6th time this year that he has had a 300-yard-plus day.
A decent day. Looks like it's offside against Purdue.
You had two backs moving in the offense.
They've got the wave started now at Ross-Ade Stadium. First down, 15. The ball right at the midfield stripe. From the shotgun, Everett looks downfield. He's got Rodney Carter at the 45 and into the 44. Loose ball. Michigan State indicating they've got the football. Let's see, though.
Oh, they called him down. And as we have mentioned on our programs before, the ground cannot make you fumble. We'll look at the replay to see if it's a good call. I'm positive it's a good call because the referee was right there. But this guy don't like it. George Perlis certainly doesn't like that call. He's hot, and rightly so.
So it'll be a second down now and 10 at the 44-yard line. Purdue leading at 24-21. 8:03 remaining in the game. Everett back to throw again. Rolls right. He's got some pressure applied. The pass is incomplete off the fingertips of Ray Wallace, who had a touchdown if he had held on to it.
Oh, it was perfectly thrown again. That Jim Everett is just amazing, isn't he? They had a blitz on. He threw the ball over the top to Ray Wallace. Ray Wallace was open. Now here's the play before. Here's where number 24, Rodney Carter, was down. They say he was down, but he was not down. We can see by this great replay. Great job by our cameraman.
And you can understand why that man, George Perlis,
why he was hot. Yes, sir.
He was right alongside the play when it happened. It is third down and 10 now at the 44-yard line of Michigan State. Everett from the shotgun. Firing, it is incomplete. Intended for Mark Jackson. Phil Parker back in the coverage for Michigan State. So now it'll be a fourth down, and Purdue will have to give the ball back to Michigan State.
This is really a great football game. I've really enjoyed every moment of it. We still have 7:51 to play. Purdue leading 24-21. Anything can happen.
Schrummeyer in to do the kicking for the Boilermakers. Bobby Morse is deep for Michigan State. Morse awaiting the kick from Schrummeyer. Kind of a low line drive kick. It's inside the 10-yard line and bounces back out to about the 11. And that's where Michigan State will put it in play with 7:42 remaining. And the score, Purdue 24, Michigan State 21. We'll be right back. This is Super Football Saturday on Turner Network Television. Coming Saturday at Ross-Ade Stadium. Elsewhere in the Big Ten, Michigan now leads Indiana 25-15.
And the Michigan defense obviously starting to play again.
Here it is 24-21. Michigan State trailing by 3. They have the ball. Lorenzo White, who has had himself a tremendous day running the ball, gets it out to the 14-yard line. Always 42 carries now for 206 yards for Lorenzo White.
And he doesn't seem to tire, does he? That horse is my horse, and he keeps running.
The last tackle made by Merkel Williams, linebacker from Los Angeles.
He had 226 yards gained against Iowa a couple of weeks ago.
7 minutes, 14 seconds remaining. Second down, 7. At the Michigan State 14. Urema back to throw on second down. He's got plenty of time, and he's got his receiver, the tight end Butch Roll. Forced out of bounds by Tony Visco and Fred Strickland.
About a yard shy of the first down. Raleigh on the sideline, and Dave Urema picked him out. Got it for a third down play. Obviously, they're going to try to pick up this first down with Lorenzo White. Now watch out, Lorenzo White could break this game open very quickly, as we saw earlier in the football game when he ran for 61 yards to start off the second half.
Dave Urema having a good day throwing the ball. He's completed 12 out of 18 for 134 yards. Third down, 1 yard to go for the first down. Sargent in motion. Lorenzo White. It's going to be close.
I think he may have gotten it.
Merkel Williams making the stop for Purdue.
Just depends on where the referee marks it. He did not make it, I don't think. He's going to be about 6 inches short, partner. Now it's going to be a big decision. The decision will be up to Michigan State. They're going to bring the chains in for a measurement, and I believe that they're going to be just a bit short.
So if they are short, it will be a big decision for George Perlis because it would be fourth down.
Personally, I think he's going to have to kick it out. We got plenty of time left, 6:01 here in the fourth period.
Boy, just inches short. Only a couple of inches short. 6 minutes, 1 second remaining in the game.
He's going for it.
And the Spartans are going to go for it here on fourth down. They only need about 3 inches. Two tight ends are in there. Butch Roll and Vino Belk. Fourth down. We had movement, I believe, on the Michigan State side.
I don't see any flags on the field, though, so it's going to be very close to the first down. Just depends on where the referee puts it.
I'm really surprised there was no penalty flag thrown there.
The center got the ball up a little quickly, and I think that's what we saw move. The center centered the ball quicker than anticipated. I think it's going to be a first down by Michigan State by a couple of inches. He didn't get much, but he got enough for the first down. And they say,
chains out again.
They always say this is a game of inches. I heard that someplace.
Big measurement here.
This will be a first down.
They got it. First down, Michigan State. So the gamble pays off for the Spartans. Deep in their own territory, they elected to go for it on 4th and inches.
See where the center centered the ball? That's where we thought somebody was offside. He was the only guy he was the first one off.
So the ball now on the 21-yard line. First down, Michigan State. 5.5 minutes remaining. With you from Ross-Ade Stadium, Purdue University, West Lafayette, Indiana, and we've got a dandy. Purdue 24, Michigan State 21.
And plenty of time here in the fourth period, 5-12 for Michigan State to get back on the scoreboard. They're on the 25-yard line. They've moved the ball very well today.
44 carries now for Lorenzo White. That's a new opposition record against Purdue.
211 yards.
Second down, 6 yards to go. Lorenzo White again. Running room on the far sideline, close to the first down, out of bounds at the 30. He needed to get to the 31. Rod Woodson drove him out.
He just continually moves the ball up the field and continually picks up yards. And it doesn't matter who he's played against. He got 226 yards against Iowa, as we mentioned before.
Purdue scored first in this game, taking a 3-0 lead. Then Michigan State came back to make it 7-3. Then Purdue got the lead back 10-7. Then Michigan State made it 14-10. Purdue got it back 17-14, up their lead to 24-14. But Michigan State scored on their last possession to make it 24-21. 4:52 the time left. Here's Lorenzo White again. He did not get the first down. Another decision for George Perlis coming up.
Well, you know what he's going to do now. If he did it on the 21-yard line, he's certainly going to do it on the 31-yard line. Here's Lorenzo White again, hitting into the line. And this game has been this way all day long. A good, hard-hitting, rough, tough, solid football game. And everybody hitting on each other all day.
That last tackle made by Bob Ziltz, a big 6'4" tackle from Homewood, Illinois.
He should be a little bit short, but it looks like they're going to go for it again.
Chain crew out again for measurement. The ball is shy of the first down by, again, a couple of inches. They gambled back on the 21-yard line a while ago and made the first down. Now they'll try to do the same thing on the 31-yard line.
I don't think they're going to call the same play this time, though. The quarterback sneak they had the last time, and I don't think they're going to call a quarterback sneak this time.
It would not surprise me at all if a guy named White happened to carry the ball. We'll see. Fourth down, inches to go for the first down. 4 minutes, 39 seconds remaining in the game. Purdue hanging on to a 3-point lead. Sargent in motion. Lorenzo White has got the first down up to the 36-yard line. Chris Dishman, number 19, making the stop on Lorenzo White, who's been a one-man show for the Spartans this afternoon.
See the great ability he has. He has nothing out here, and he leaps over a couple of the defenders just like a hurdler and gets on into the defense. And if you know something, if number 19 for the Boilermakers wasn't out there, Chris Dishman, he's gone all the way.
So with 4:15 remaining in the game, 1st and 10, Michigan State at their own 35. Yarima back to throw, firing long downfield for Ingram. It is incomplete. Chris Dishman took a spill down on the 15-yard line. The crowd looking for a flag. They'll see none, though.
Well, they thought that Ingram pushed off on him, but I don't think he really did. What he was doing, he was trying to run down the field and get down the field. Lost his balance a little bit and ran into the Purdue defender.
So it'll now be second down and 10.
There he is, Kennedy Wilson. No, that's not Kennedy Wilson. That's Chris Dishman back there again.
4 minutes, 1 second remaining. Second down, 10 at the 35-yard line of Michigan State. Urema back to throw. Firing for Ingram, and he's got him. First down, Michigan State at the 47-yard line. Chris Dishman back in the coverage for Purdue.
Good play out there to Ingram. An out pattern. They've been running this all day long with Dave Urema. The little roll out to the right and the throw out to the left. Great catch by number 11 out there. Mark Ingram gets the first down and keeps the Spartans moving. We got 3:49 left to play in this football game.
First and 10 at the Michigan State 47. Urema pitching to White. White gets maybe 2 yards, that's all. He ran into Kevin Hawley and Fred Strickland. It'll be second down and 8.
2-yard gains like a loss for him, isn't it?
Tell you what Michigan State has done today. They've been able to maintain possession of the ball. They used up 10 minutes in a scoring drive in the first half, and they've used up some time on this one.
You know, he's carried the ball 48 of the times. Michigan State tried to run the ball 52 times, and White's run it 48 times. He must be a tired young man.
If he's not tired now, he soon will be. 3 minutes, 8 seconds remaining. The clock is moving. Second down, 8. Urema back to throw. And that pass was batted down. Number 26, Rod Woodson, got a hand up. It'll be third down and 8.
That was a safety blitz. Woodson coming in and popping the arm of Dave Urema. This is a big play right here now because we got 2:58 to play in this football game. It's a third down and 8. We probably will see 2 plays at it. We probably will see 2 plays at it because I don't think that George Perlis feels as though he's got enough time to get in for a touchdown unless he tries it right now.
Third down, 8 yards to go. The ball on the 49-yard line of Michigan State. 2 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in the game. And the clock will be stopped here as Michigan State wants to talk this one over. They will call a timeout. So this ball game going right down to the wire. Purdue with a 24-21 lead, but Michigan State with a key play coming up here as they try to retain possession of the ball on third down and 8.
At Michigan State sideline, trying to figure out what they can do against the Purdue defense. They certainly have gone with Dave Urema on that rollout and tried to throw the ball to either Andre Rison or Mark Ingram on that sideline pattern. It's been open all day long. They probably will try that again. As a matter of fact, Ingram has 102 yards in catches.
Urema is 13 of 21 for 145 yards.
Not a bad day.
His presence certainly felt in this ball club, the Michigan State ball club, moving the ball today a lot better than they have been in recent weeks. While we have a moment here, we can tell you this telecast is authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the Big Ten Conference and the Turner Broadcasting System Incorporated. Any publication, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Big Ten and the Turner Broadcasting System is prohibited. Here we go, third down 8. Michigan a 10-point lead over Indiana. That game in the third quarter. 2:58 the time remaining. Ingram is wide left. Rison is wide right. Urema back to throw on third and 8. He is firing for Rison, and the pass is incomplete, and a penalty marker is down. I think we're going to get the interference call.
It looked like it to me. It looked like he was coming over his back.
Mike Weaver, number 9, back in the coverage for Purdue, and he may have hit Andre Rison just a shade too soon.
We'll probably have a replay of that, and I'm almost positive that that's what occurred. It looked like to me anyway. I would have, if I were the referee, I would have thrown the flag.
That's the call. So this will keep the Michigan State drive
up on
going.
the top of your screen, but Mike Weaver is going to be coming over the top of Mark Ingram. There he is before the ball was there. That was Andre Rison, number 1, excuse me. That was that play, though, we called, that little roll out to the right, and it was thrown well by...
We got defensive pass interference, spot foul.
Dave Urema. The pass wasn't complete, but a big penalty against the Purdue Boilermakers.
And a first down for Michigan State. At the Purdue 41, 2:51 the time left. Michigan State down by 3. Urema pitching to Lorenzo White. Lorenzo White is inside the 40. He's brought down to the 37-yard line by Ron Woodson, number 26.
Woodson's all over the field, doing a good job from his safety position. Great tackle.
49 carries now for Lorenzo White. 229 yards on the afternoon.
Yeah, that's his best day of the year now.
He is over the 1,000-yard rushing mark for the year. He was 4th in the nation when the day began in rushing. He'll move up on that list after this performance. Second down, 7.
And there's 4 games left.
Bino Belk in motion. Lorenzo White gets it again. He's inside the 35-yard line, close to a first down. He'll be shy by about a yard.
We get some good blocking up front there by that offensive line. That's one reason why he can make all those yards, too. There's some good blocking up front by that offensive line. Watch the offensive line out front of him here. And also number 21, the fullback, Morse. And he sees that hole. When Lorenzo White sees the hole, he just pops right into it, jumps over the top of people, runs through people, and around people.
Purdue almost had too many men on the field there. Third down, 2 yards to go for the first down. Lorenzo White again. He's got the first down inside the 30-yard line. Before Kevin Sumlin, number 44, brought him down for Purdue. 1:33 remaining. Another Michigan State first down.
Well, Michigan State in a great position right now to get points on the scoreboard. I always think, though, what's going to happen? Will he try for the win, or will he try and kick the field goal?
The ball just inside the 30. The clock moving. 1:19 remaining. Urema barks out the signals. He is back to throw on first down. The pass is caught by Bobby Morse. He is inside the 20-yard line, down to the 17. Another first down for Michigan State.
And again, that same pass. Urema rolling out to his right. If he doesn't throw to his flanker, Andre Rison or Mark Ingram, he throws to his fullback, number 21, Bobby Morse. That time, it was Bobby Morse out of the backfield and down for the first down, a 13-yard gain on the 17-yard line.
There's your time remaining, 1:05 as the clock starts moving once again. First down at the 17-yard line. Urema pitching to Lorenzo White. White is inside the 15, down to about the 12-yard line. Kevin Sumlin and Fred Strickland tripped him up. The clock still moving, 46 seconds remaining.
Well, the big man, Kevin Holly, was all the way in the backfield that time, but unfortunately, he couldn't get a hold on to Lorenzo White. It's now second down and 6.
Michigan State has 1 timeout left. Lorenzo White had some room, gets inside the 10-yard line, down to the 9-yard line. It'll be third down and 1. The clock continues to move, 25 seconds, and they'll stop it now. Michigan State using their final timeout here to stop the clock with 26 seconds remaining.
Well, I think what they're going to do is try to get one to the end zone, throw one into the end zone. If it doesn't happen, they're going to have to kick a field goal because there's just not enough time for them to keep trying to run the ball like they are right now, trying to get it in.
A Purdue player shaken up. Number 44, Kevin Sumlin. He's up on his feet now, though, and heads over to the sidelines. This drive by Michigan State has consumed 20 plays.
Like we said, that's good defense when they hold on to the ball.
Michigan State, the pass is caught by Bobby Morse. He'll be dropped at the 9-yard line. 20 seconds. Is all the time that remains. Michigan State trying to pull this one out in the closing minute.
20 seconds left in this vote. What a barn burner we got today. Purdue leading 24-21. Again, the rollout. Look at the rollout. He hits the fullback out there. It's not a first down. It's a first down. Now we got first and goal.
First and goal from the 5-yard line. Urema looking to the end zone. The pass is incomplete, intended for Bobby Morse. Kennedy Wilson back in the coverage. That stops the clock with 13 seconds remaining.
Kennedy Wilson doing a good job out there on Morse. Morse was not open, and if the ball was underthrown just a little bit, Kennedy Wilson could have picked it up.
To get back to Lorenzo White for 1 minute, just to give you an idea of the kind of a day he's had. He's carried the ball 53 times. That's only 4 shy of the NCAA record.
244 yards. That's pretty good day's work, ain't it?
Michigan's opened up their lead over Indiana now, 32-15. The Wolverines lead it that game in the 4th quarter.
Sigh of relief in Ann Arbor.
Here with 13 seconds remaining, Purdue with a 3-point lead. Michigan State ball, second down goal. Urema rolls right, looks to the end zone. Touchdown! Butch Roll, the tight end.
Woo! What a day by Urema.
So Michigan State has gotten it all the way down to just 8 seconds remaining in this game, and they've got the lead back. Butch Roll, a senior from Hallandale, Florida.
22 plays, 89 yards, and a topple with a great pass to Butch Roll from Dave Urema. He finds him out there in the end zone, and it's a touchdown.
Chris Caudell will attempt the extra point. Michigan State a 3-point lead, trying to make it 4. The kick by Caudell is good. And so Purdue's chances of victory may have just slipped away. The only chance they have now is if they can get a great run back on the kickoff. The Spartans of Michigan State, 28-24 lead now over Purdue.
Just a great drive. They hung on to the ball. Of course, that great Lorenzo White doing a great job. Watch Perlis. Watch George. He likes it. He's going to like it. All right, guys.
He spotted Butch Roll before Urema did. And jubilation on the Michigan State sideline.
I don't think George Perlis saw the touchdown. You didn't see much of a reaction on him there. After a while, somebody came over and said we scored, but everybody ran out in front of him.
So the Spartans, after really being dominated by Purdue in the third quarter, really showed some character in this fourth quarter.
What a great comeback by the young man, number 14 for Michigan State, Dave Urema. He came out here today and did a real stellar job at his quarterback position.
At one point in this game, Purdue led 24-14. And in the fourth quarter, on the road, Michigan State came back and scored twice.
89 yards on that drive. That's enormous when you got 6-7 minutes left on the scoreboard and take it all the way down to 8 seconds. That means you keep it out of the hands of who? Jim Everett. Jim Everett hasn't been in here in the fourth period. Can't put any points on the scoreboard if you don't have Jimmy Everett in.
Only 8 seconds remaining in the game. Montgomery will kick it off for Michigan State. He bounces it along the ground. It's covered there by number 25, Walt Foster. And Purdue will immediately stop the clock. It's only 1 second ticked away there. Still 7 seconds remaining. And I think everybody in Ross-Ade Stadium knows what we're going to look for here. Every one of those talented receivers on the Purdue side.
Okay, you guys go upfield. I'm throwing it. You remember how you used to do it in the parking lot when you were a kid?
Everybody go deep and
that's right.
Take a right at the fire hydrant.
You say, okay, Griffin, you go down the left side. Scott, you go up the middle. Carter, Wallace, you go right straight to the right. And Jackson, get down the field, and we're going to try a Hail Mary pass.
7 seconds remaining in the game. Michigan State with a 28-24 lead. Everybody coming out to the right side. Griffin is wide left. Everett back to throw. He's got time. He uncorks it long downfield. Time has expired, and so has Purdue. The Spartans of Michigan State have rallied from behind to defeat the Purdue Boilermakers 28-24.
Has been presented by Donald Rowe.
We'll be right back for some final words. This is Super Football Saturday on Turner Network Television.